Nobody is here yet, but I'm here with Renee. Renee is trying to catch people to have conversations with us. Let's see if somebody will have a conversation with us. There's some Dutch people. We're in front of, let me show you, Brandenburg Gate. So we're going to be having some cool conversations. Let's see. We don't have a sign yet because Alexandra hasn't come yet. So we're just starting, but we're doing good. Hey, Salden. Hey, Rich. Hello, future boy. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
No, thank you.
Okay. I'm trying. Without a sign, it's weird, huh? I'm finally doing it how Jake is doing it. Without any sign, nobody knows what's happening. Renee is holding up like, let me show you. Renee is holding up like, he's walking around with a gore magazine that just shows what animals go through. Hello, Greg Wooldridge. Hello, John Caltag. Hey, man, let's Steve. Let's go. Nice. Yeah, when Alexandra comes and we'll have the signs, it will go much better. But meanwhile, we've said until Alexandra comes, might as well try to do some outreach ourselves. So let's see. You guys want to have a conversation with me? You guys want to have a conversation with me? Just asking people, do you want to have a conversation? Nobody's answering. What are you doing there? Say hi to Renee for us. Yeah, I will. You want to have a conversation with me? Do you want to have a conversation with me?
Worum geht's?
Oh, I only speak English. Do you want to have a conversation with me?
What's your theme?
Animals.
Animals. Interview with people about animals?
Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
You want to try it? You want to have a conversation? Hey Pixie, nice to see you here. You need the signs. Yeah, I know Pixie. I didn't get them with me because Alexandra has a lot of them, but she'll be here in a couple of minutes and we'll get it started. Meanwhile, I'm still here. We're still having conversations. Renee is showing people the reality of the signs. Renee, by the way, Mel and Steve say hello to you.
Oh, hi, Mel and Steve.
Oh, Alexandra's coming. I see her. Yay, we get signs. If you were smart, you would be eating meat. Lol. What the fuck? If you were smart, you would actually critically think and realize we don't need to consume animal products. And behind every consumption of animal products, there is inherent cruelty, abuse, and slaughter. Exploitation, of course. But if you were actually smart, you know. I already started.
Almost the time. It's fine, it's fine. Hi. Hi, nice to see you.
Can I get one of the signs meanwhile?
Yeah, for sure. Just one second. Hello.
The legend. Bro, you're looking good. Thank you. My jacket is not ripped. I'm in Berlin.
So that's yours, this side, and the back side has this, so maybe also...
Oh, but do you have them in English?
Yeah, that's in English. Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's
the
in
other
German.
one, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's also good to use for the backside in case people don't know what exploitation is and what types of exploitation. Maybe useful too.
Perfect. Are you gonna set up somewhere here also so we're
Yeah,
close
you're
together?
actually exactly at my spot, so
Oh.
I might just be like a few steps behind you or what.
Fuck yeah.
Give me a minute or two.
I mean, you can be next to me if you want.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
whatever.
sure. Oh, okay,
I'd like to debate these Muppets. Well, lucky you. There's a link in the description of this stream where you can debate me if that's what you want. I have no problem debating. You guys want to try a social experiment? Ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit. Nah, in person. Bro, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna come to where you are, but if you wanna come to where I am and have a conversation with me, I'm open. You see where I am now. I think it's pretty well known where I am now, right? Berlin Brandenburg Gate. You can easily find me. Hey Alex, nice to see you here. I am American. I eat a chicken a day. Yeah, I am American. I eat a dog a day. I take dogs, I cut their throat, leave them hanging upside down, bleed them. I'll let them bleed, and then I eat them. And then I say, I love animals when I do that. Oh yeah, that's mine. Yeah, thank you. Give me 1 second, everyone. We will have to. I have Renee's sponge.
Do you want me to hold something?
You want to hold the sign? Or, oh wait, I'll
Yeah,
give you this
something.
back first.
Yeah.
Sarah. Oh. I mean, if people come over, yeah.
And to look, but then they don't say anything. Kind of.
They're
Yeah.
always a little bit, yeah.
They always act like they're the ones that are getting slaughtered by us. But we
Yeah.
just want to talk. It's crazy.
This is Renee. Who is the other guy? This is Renee.
Yeah, this is your worst nightmare because I'm not nearly as friendly as Chip.
I'm friendly. Yeah. I'm nice. I love animals that are family, outside of survival of the fittest or fattest. Oh, so you're okay with bringing dogs into existence only to exploit and slaughter them? Gotcha. I mean,
And
I would.
if I'm stronger than him
Yeah.
or them.
Yeah, survival of the fittest. If you think survival of the fittest dictates your morality, then essentially you're saying anybody who has power should also.
You're saying
exploit.
back to caveman times, yeah.
Guys, want to try it? You're friendlier looking than me.
Yeah.
Hello,
I
Wes.
just don't know how I really take. Come on, we don't bite, unlike you.
We need meat? No, we don't.
You want to take an experiment?
Animals. It's about animals.
What I have to do then?
I would just ask you some questions.
Okay.
You want to try it? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Okay.
You want to come here so that you can view it?
Yeah.
Second. Okay, so the camera doesn't work anyway. Okay. You want to come? Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Meet.
Meet?
Meet Boda.
Meet Buddha. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I am from Mumbai and I live in Frankfurt. I'm here to visit Berlin today.
Oh, nice, nice. How do you feel about animals?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No.
No?
I myself I am vegan.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
vegetarian. Like I have grown up vegetarian most of my life, and I try to shift to veganism. Sometimes I eat cheese, but most of the time I support animals.
Okay. Do you know what dairy cows go through?
Yeah.
You know, the forceful insemination, the separation
Yes.
of the babies,
Yes.
the exploitation and slaughter.
Yeah. Yeah, I know about it a lot.
So I'm curious, how do then what makes you sometimes buy cheese then?
I don't buy, but if it is sometimes there, then maybe I avoid it. But if it is not separable, then it's sometimes I eat.
What do you mean by that?
For example, if you go for a dinner and they have made some pasta with cheese, but
Like you mean at the restaurant or something?
no,
Oh, you mean like at some
like
friend's
or
house?
something,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I personally I don't eat. I avoid it.
Okay. Like if it were cheese coming from dogs, would you pay for that?
No.
No. What if your friends made? They would be like, look, those are our dogs. They just had a baby, and
Yeah.
we used some of their milk. We made some really good cheese, and here's the pasta with cheese. Would you have
no,
that?
No.
No. So you can't say no to your friends, right?
Yes.
That's the whole reason why I ask you this. Okay, that's cool. Well, I don't know. Is there anything stopping you from saying no forever from now on and not
I
demanding?
totally understand. I am very for it, to stop. Yeah.
And there's nothing I can tell you. Is it difficult to be vegan, and where are you from exactly?
I'm from I live
You're
in
from
Frankfurt,
Mumbai, but you live in Frankfurt.
Frankfurt,
Yeah. Is it difficult to be vegan in Frankfurt?
Especially in Germany, it's not difficult. You get vegan options everywhere, and most of the time, it's not a problem.
Perfect. Well, I'll
I
give you.
really like. Berlin is also vegan capital of the world. People
Yeah,
say.
it's very easy to be vegan
Yeah.
here. I don't know why people complain, but people like to complain.
Yeah.
What can you tell them, right? But being vegan is about the animals. Just to be clear, it's not a diet, right?
Yeah.
So it means also not wearing leather. Not. I suppose you don't do any
Totally.
of that.
If
Yeah.
you know about Jainism, Hinduism, that religion, they support this kind of thing, and we are the core value is non-violence.
They sometimes do, sometimes don't, because some of them they still consume dairy products, as
Yeah.
far as I know. And
Yes.
sadly, I don't know how they can justify that because it's still.
Even I don't believe that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you a card. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
You have my social media there, and if you want to share with friends some videos they could watch,
Sure.
there's Dominion or the most important speech ever. Here are some
Okay,
good videos.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, I'm gonna change the battery of the camera because this shit doesn't work like that. I'd rather have some conversations recorded than no conversations at all.
I was hurrying out. Have a good day.
Is it already empty or what?
No, it just doesn't work.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I think you have to also press the button on the power pack for it to actually start. So maybe that's why.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try that now.
So it says like on for 5 seconds after you press it, and then you can turn on the camera, and then it should get in. But it could also be incompatible. I don't know.
Oh, like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll do that. I'll put it here then.
I think it's also important to remember the supply and demand. In this case, like if you sometimes eat something, you're still
Demanding it.
doing
yeah.
something to an individual animal. Like people always think of the product as like this undefined mass of animals, but it's like about a single animal who experiences it. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to singularly experience it yourself, then
That's
of
a good
course,
point.
can't
That's a
do
very
that.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want me to reel more people, or do you want to hold it? Like
Whatever
how do you
you
want
feel.
to go?
Whatever you want. You can also try to have conversations with me with them if you want. Whatever feels okay to you.
Oh,
Run
well.
it.
You want to take part in a social experiment? No? Hello. Do you want to take part?
Let's see if Alexandra will have better luck, because then we'll know.
I mean, we can always talk about the ridiculous stuff that they write and debunk people.
Yeah.
I can barely read it. I don't have my glasses on.
I told you somebody will definitely get triggered by me saying smart. Counterintuitive to say smart vegan. There you go. That's
Oh,
always.
someone who is logically consistent
Yeah.
and who knows the studies that are relevant is not smart. Okay.
Yeah. So we actually have empirical data showing that you can thrive on a plant-based diet. So we know we can be healthy on a plant-based diet. We have data showing that animals are sentient, so we know they're sentient. So we know that
We have a lot
because
of data also because of cruel experiments over the years. Yeah.
Sadly.
That create a lot of data. Fortunately now
yeah,
that we can stop it with that data.
we also know that a property of sentience is that they value their own experience of life, just like you value your experience of life. So the reason why it would be wrong for me to harm you or your experience of life is for the same reason it would be wrong to harm any other sentient being who has an experience of life. Because they don't want that experience of life to, to be, I don't want to say edited, but like modified in a way that doesn't benefit them, that just harms them. So we know that. Are you? And We know we can thrive on a plant-based diet. We know that animals are sentient beings, and we know that when we buy an animal product, we're supporting the exploitation, not supporting, we're demanding the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of a sentient being. So it's all logical. Then, by definition, if you're against exploitation, you should be then vegan. If you're not against exploitation, then you would need some form of justification for it, and you should have no problem when somebody exploits you at the same time, right? So it's only logical, but you have to be logically consistent with it. If you're not going to be logically consistent, then you might think it's something else. Because being vegan is not about a diet; it's a moral principle. It's a position. It's a logical position to be in. It's called the apex predators. Look at that, a vegan over there. Setting up a camera. That's Alexandra there. I was looking at her. You can't exploit an animal that doesn't know. Oh, so wait, if we find a human being who doesn't know that they're being exploited, us taking advantage of them for our own benefit and in their own detriment would not be exploitation? Okay, gotcha. Thank you. That's very logical. You're right. You want to have a conversation? Renee went away with my sign.
I think I should turn around my head because they
Oh yeah,
already
give me
get
the sign. Give me the sign.
they already get meat
Yeah.
head
Yeah.
pressure by seeing that. And then their brains turn into now I'm gonna do it anyways.
I mean, we have to have patience. Patience. Nobody supports your stream. Oh, why would that matter? Do you think that if somebody supports or doesn't support the stream, it makes the argument all of a sudden flawed or something? It doesn't. That would be an appeal to popularity. And we're not about logical fallacies over here, right? We're about critically thinking, about being logical in our position.
I mean, Anne Frank wasn't very popular, even though she was right. So,
Yeah, Anne
there
Frank
you go.
wasn't very popular. I love your channel. Thank you, Cecilia. Welcome. Glad you're here. You need to charm the Deutsch a little bit more. We can try that.
Maybe they don't feel me. Maybe you should try.
I'll try it. Why
Let's
not?
see. Maybe you do better.
Let's see. What a sign. I also feel like everybody just comes here to take a photo.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if these...
It's weird. That some days it's really easy, and other days it's not. I don't know.
Sometimes when they see a social experiment, they ask themselves what it is, and I think they don't necessarily think it's like a conversation or something. So
Like what? Blood sample?
I have no clue what they imagine a social experiment, because I've seen people on YouTube do social experiments, do all sorts of weird things. So who knows what they imagine? But Alexander has the same sign, so I guess they're also like something's going on here.
Yeah.
You guys want to try a social experiment? Have a conversation with me? You want to have a conversation?
Oh, they
You want to try it?
Well, I guess my button also. So much stuff.
You need to have nothing vegan on you, man, because then they catch
I'll
on.
turn it inside out too. Well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that looks stupid. Let's see. No, that looks stupid.
No, turn it inside out the other way around.
Oh, like this?
Yeah,
Do
maybe.
this.
Are you not going to be cold if you do that, though?
No.
It's like a beanie now.
Yeah, it looks silly probably. Like
You look like a
like a
hipster.
snowman.
You look
Yeah,
like a
like a
hipster. Yeah, you look like a hipster
I'm
now.
kind of a hipster.
People are full of fear.
I'm from Hamburg now.
You're from Hamburg now?
They all look like this.
Are they all hipsters in Hamburg?
I don't want to say that. I'm telling you, Alex is just special with this. She always gets people. I don't know
I see
how.
her. She's already got somebody. It's insane. Damn it, she already got somebody. Okay.
Let me take the sign. I'll steal her tactic for a second and try.
Try
She always
try to
has
be
5
charming.
minutes.
Yeah. Why don't you fight the prices set by companies so plant-based foods can be more acceptable for all, not just privilege? Oh, actually, it's cheaper to be vegan. So, why would I attack them? Why would I tell them anything? It's cheaper to be on a plant-based diet. And being vegan is about the animals. It's not about. It's not a position where, like, what company do you tackle? Because it's also about leather. It's about not exploiting animals for entertainment, for whatever situation. So, yeah. What's written on the sign? I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me. That's what the sign says. But Renee is trying to catch some people up, while Alexander already caught somebody. You sound privileged. Well, I am a white male, so I do have privilege on account of being a white male. I do have Dutch citizenship, so I do have privilege on account of being a European Union citizen, especially a Dutch citizen. So I do have privilege over that. But I'm also a software engineer, so I do have privilege in the sense that, financially I can do okay. But other than that, don't have that much. I do have a lot of privilege in that sense, yeah. But that's not the point, is it? Because imagine saying that veganism is about privilege when in the reality we're about removing the privilege that you think you have over somebody else's body, over somebody else's existence. Nobody has the right to somebody else's existence, and that's what we're trying to say. You don't have the right over somebody else's body, so don't force your opinion on their body. Don't force them into a slaughterhouse. You guys want to have a conversation with me? You're not Dutch, my guy. Believe me, you'll never be. Well, that's not what my passport says. So, little microscopic animals live on vegetables and you eat them. There's no way around it. Bro, do you know what sentience is? Sentience means they're an individual. It means they have an experience of life. We're talking about sentient individuals over here. We're not talking about just somebody being alive. I'm not advocating for people to not wash their hands. You are not sentient? I mean, I would disagree. I do have an experience of life. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
It's only 5 minutes. It shows you the value. You can't be off camera. You can be on the side of the camera, so you don't show. Doesn't take too long. I promise. I tried with them. I really tried.
Yeah, I saw that.
They were
yeah.
on the brink.
They were on the brink, yeah.
Oh god.
I feel like it's easier to do it in Amsterdam than here. More people stop.
You want to take part?
Get a life, dude. I would say I have a life. That's why I'm speaking right now. Please let me know what's cheaper. It's cheaper to be on a plant-based diet if that's what you're asking. We have empirical data showing that. Show us the data. If you go to my profile, you have to scroll down some of the posts. I link all the studies regarding the statements that I make. And I do have 3 studies showing this. Are you cold? It's a bit cold. It's in the shade. It's colder. You guys want to have a conversation?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Are you keeping live on YouTube?
Gleich, Jörn. Lass uns gleich machen, okay?
Yeah, we're coming back.
Okay.
Tell us about your values.
Almost.
They said they're coming back, so let's see. Usually people don't come back when they say it.
Yeah, they never come back.
I always make sure to then really do it because, like most people lie, so I try to be the good example.
Yeah.
I always tell them, come back, I'll give you the rest of the money, and then I do it.
The data he's talking about is fake.
What are they
Yeah.
all about now?
Oh, they're like it's not cheaper to be plant-based. It's much cheaper. You can also think about it logically if you want. The cheapest foods in the supermarket are generally plant-based. Pasta, rice, beans, lentils, chickpeas. These are the cheapest foods in the supermarket per calorie, per protein. They are the cheapest foods in the supermarket. Soy chunks have so much protein and they are the cheapest food available, the cheapest source of protein almost everywhere. I talk to people from Tibet, I talk to people from Africa. Soy chunks are the cheapest source of protein wherever you are. I've never ever seen a place that does not have soy chunks and where soy chunks are not the cheapest source of protein.
I mean, those people never even know the price of tofu, let
They-
alone TVP.
Most people don't know about TVP or soy chunks. They've never heard of it. And when they
I mean, worst case, if you have flour, you can make seitan yourself by
Or that,
just
yeah.
washing it, and then you have protein. That's cheap. So if you can afford bread, you can be vegan. Bread and vegetables.
You know
Well,
what the
not
best
bad,
source
but
of protein is? Meat. No, it's not. Meat is arguably one really bad source of protein because you can't have a lot of meat. In order to be healthy, you need to eat less meat. Because behind meat, there's exploitation and slaughter, of course. Meat was somebody's flesh, there was somebody's muscle. What else? Red meat is carcinogenic, white meat is carcinogenic. You have higher chances of viral infections. It's worse for the environment. It's worse for, it increases your likelihood of another pandemic, right? Pandemic, because all these viruses they come from animals. So it's just like it's all bad. Like meat is not a good source of protein. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's only good if you learn that that's the only source of protein. It's only good in the way that that's the only thing you know. But it's definitely not a good source of protein. It also a lot of the times contains saturated fat, which increases your LDL cholesterol, which is correlated with ApoB and
Are you about to?
You can be off camera if you want to have a conversation. It's about animals.
Okay.
You want to try?
Yeah.
How do you feel about animals?
I really like them.
You like animals?
Yes.
Like, do you have a pet companion or something like that?
Yes, I have a cat.
You have a cat? What's their name?
Jenny.
Jenny. She?
She.
How do you feel about Jenny? Like, do you feel like Jenny has a personality of her own? Does she have wills and desires of her own?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Do you see Jenny more as a member of the family or like an object around the house to play with?
She's a member.
She's a
She's our
member.
boss.
Yeah. Do you think Jenny should be treated like an object?
No.
No. And if you can imagine a parallel universe where Jenny was not part of your family, Jenny was just on her own, would it be okay if somebody treated her like an object?
No.
No. So it doesn't matter whether she is part of your family or not, she should not be treated like an object
Yeah.
anyway. Do you think any animal should be treated like an object?
No.
No. But do you think that when we farm them, for products we don't need, like for milk, for eggs, for meat, for leather, do you think we're treating them like objects when we do this to them?
Yes, but I use this stuff, so yeah.
You consume these products, you
Yeah.
demand these products, right? Do you think you should continue doing it?
Well, I don't think I can really adapt to a lifestyle without those things.
Why not?
Because I've been raised this way, and I don't think I can change.
So what would happen if there's a virus that does rampage through all of these animals and none of cows, chickens and pigs, they're sheep, all of them, they just they all die off out of this virus. And we cannot, we bring them into existence. We selectively bred them, so they're so similar genetically that if a virus does happen to do rampage through all of them, we may not even be able to salvage any of them. So if that happens and farmers start saying we can start making cat meat, would you be eating cat meat, or would you be adopting a plant-based diet?
I would not be eating cat meat. No.
Or would you die? Would you cat meat, plant-based diet, or die? What would you do?
Plant-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this situation, you do give like the regards to the animal that they deserve, right? Don't you think that you should do the same for all animals?
I support that, but I don't think I can do it.
But do you understand logically the situation that
Yes,
it is?
I do.
And logically, do you think there's any difference between a cow, a pig, or a cat that would justify this idea of saying, I'm okay with killing you, but not you? No, there's no actual difference that makes that difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then do you understand that you're acting illogically when you do this?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all experiencing the same world, right? Like all the
Yeah.
animals. Like it's not like a cow thinks that differently from a pig or any other animal, cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine you're gonna go, how long are you in Berlin for?
Till Sunday?
Till Sunday. So what, 3 more days?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make plans, right? You can go ahead of your life, imagine what's next, what's coming next, what's coming the day afterwards. You may know maybe at some point you want to go to college, whatever it is, you can make plans for your life. Well, every time you eat an animal product, it takes 10 to 15 minutes out of your life and you forget about it. But when you do that, all those animals, they lose all this idea of having a plan of their life. They lose their whole existence, their whole, like imagine if somebody all of a sudden would say, I like the taste of your flesh and kill you instantly. Wouldn't matter what plans you want, what you want out of life, they would just take your whole existence away because they like the taste of your flesh. This is what we do to them, and they do experience life in a different way than we do, but they still experience life because you saw that with your cat also. Right? So do you think it's fair to take the whole existence away from somebody for a mere 10-minute meal that we forget about?
No, but I don't know. I don't think people will change that because we've adapted to this.
I mean, people do change. I speak to a lot of people,
Yeah.
and some people do change. But it doesn't really matter what everybody does. What matters is what you want to do, because a lot of people don't really think about it in this way, right? A lot of people, they just go into a supermarket or they just consume the products that they consume without actually thinking of the individuals or the animals that are behind them. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to emphasize on the individuals that are behind them, because as I said, your experiences, you can plan ahead and think for your life however you want, but they get killed at 10% of their lifespan. They get killed as kids. We essentially are like animals. The animals we eat are essentially babies most of the time, so we just eat baby animals all day long without even realizing that these are individuals who maybe did want to experience life, and we have alternatives. So it's kind of fucked up for us to do this to them, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be part of it. That's all I'm saying. Whatever else everyone does, you can choose to not be part of it.
I don't think so.
Listen, you make your choices. I can't force you into any position. I'll give you a card though, okay? So there's a card, there's a documentary here called Dominion. Do you think you can give that a watch?
Okay.
Yeah, until you watch it, do you think for the animals, just for as an experiment for yourself also, not consume any animal products until you watch that?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You
And
too, bye.
Let's act better for the animals.
I think we could incorporate also options around Berlin for tourists at least, so they can get.
If you have suggestions,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like. Well, I forget the names, but the closest one is like my favorite one, which is Zero Kebab, because they put seitan and tofu. Oh, sorry, I'm holding the brutal side. They're putting seitan and tofu in there, and together it just tastes so much like the real thing to me, like really good.
Yeah.
And they put some like herby sauce on there. They also have like vegan yogurt and all that, but they put this herby sauce and it tastes really nice. I know it's like a really nice shop. It's like
Wanna
it's like
be
one
in
of
view?
those. It's like one of those small, cool shops. Like it's all blue inside, and it's pretty cheap, and it's open super late. It's like open until 10. Yeah, it's great. And it like yeah, back to the price argument. Yeah, like a regular doner kebab here nowadays is like easily 10 euros or even more, and that one is 6 euros, and it's set. It makes you full. Like you're full afterwards.
Oh yeah, last night we were at the restaurant and they had some options that were obviously non-vegan and some options that were vegan. The vegan options were cheaper, well, around 20% cheaper actually.
Yeah.
You guys want to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Okay. How many guys are you?
What do you mean?
How many guys are watching?
Like 100, not a lot.
Oh, fine.
One second. You wanna come somewhere here so that you're in view?
Oh my god.
You wanna come a bit closer? Nice. What's your name?
Johan,
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
From Berlin.
From Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
you?
I'm from Romania originally, but I live in Amsterdam and I'm here visiting Berlin.
Uh-huh.
So I'm an animal rights activist. I like to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
Good.
You good? Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No.
No, no. Do you? Why shouldn't we treat animals like objects?
Because they live. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but like, I don't know, there's other things that live, right? I don't know.
And there are plants that live as well.
Yeah,
But they don't have a brain or something.
yeah, yeah. So there is a difference between plants and animals, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that if you had the option between killing a plant or killing an animal, what would be the best option?
Probably killing the plant.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I like that. Do you think that every day, 3 times per day, we make a choice to either kill a plant or kill an animal? When we, for example, when we eat,
Yeah.
or you think we do that? Yeah.
I mean, some of us do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you side? When you're faced with these choices, what choice do you make in your day-to-day life?
For this year, I actually made my promise to myself that I don't want to eat that much conventional meat anymore. I try to eat only biological meat from now on, and then I try to reduce it a little bit.
Was the biological meat not coming from a killed animal?
Yeah, but they are treated differently.
How?
So they have more space. They don't get their horns up, for example, or they have a better life.
So is it better to kill a happy animal or a sad animal?
I mean, they have a better life from what they can live.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're still demanding that they're exploited and killed, right? At the end of the day, you're still demanding that they're brought into existence only to be killed for you.
But I think it's more of like the older way of treating like the hierarchical thing between like all the animals, that animals eat animals and we are also animals and we eat animals.
Do you eat dogs?
No,
Would you?
no, I don't think so.
Why not? It's the hierarchical thing that you talk about.
I think it's the adopted thing because yeah, we humans see dogs differently than other animals.
So we can treat animals the right way because we do that to dogs, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we treat all the animals the right way also? Because we don't need to be eating them or killing them. In any other forms of nature, animals need to do it. They do it out of survival. They have to consume those products. We go into a supermarket. For us, it's you can pick this product or you can pick this other product. So how can we ever say, oh yeah, I'm making the right choice by choosing to kill an animal when I don't need to,
No, that's a good question.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and do you know, for example, what happens to dairy cows for the production of milk?
For what?
For milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think cows produce milk?
Does it cost or no? What was your question?
Why do cows produce milk?
For their babies.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to have babies.
Yeah,
So do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
probably a second.
Yeah. Do you think that's fair to do to an animal to just we choose when you get pregnant because we want something out of you?
No, not really.
Yeah. And when the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
So they produce more milk.
Well, so that they can take more milk from them. Because if the baby stays with the mother, they'll drink some of the milk. So
Yeah.
yeah, they want to take as much milk as they can. If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
I don't know.
Kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, and if the baby is born female, they suffer the same fate as their mother. They repeatedly impregnate them every year. And around the age of 6 or 7 years, they kill them. And cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that early age?
No.
Because they can't get pregnant or because their milk production declines. Essentially, they're treated like a milk making machine, right? Like an object.
Yeah.
If the object no longer provides what they want out of it, they kill them. Do you think that's fair?
No.
And do you think that we as consumers have some form of responsibility if we buy these products?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So what do you think you can do about it?
I mean, I can reduce my consume of meat and milk or something. Yeah.
But let me ask you this, because if I was a person who just slaps the shit out of women's asses, going around town, every woman I see, I just slap their ass. And you say, what you're doing is wrong. And you explain to me, and I'm like, you're right. What I'm doing is wrong. And I'll say, I'm only gonna slap the asses of some women from now on. I'm gonna reduce it. Is that the right thing, or should I just stop?
Yeah, you should directly stop.
Yeah.
But I think for me, if I would say completely stop directly, that would be a too big obstacle for me. So I try to,
What would happen if you do stop?
because my brother, he is full vegan now, and
Nice.
congrats.
Yeah.
And
Surrounded now.
and he, like for me, food is really important to me. Like I enjoy food really much, and even when I go in other countries, I enjoy food really much.
Same.
So when I taste also the biological alternatives, I don't think they are that great than the original like meat products or not vegan products. I think they don't taste that good. So that's the obstacle for me, to take that.
You mean the plant-based products don't taste that good?
Yeah.
But do you really think you should judge whether to exploit and slaughter a sentient being, an animal who thinks, who has emotions, based on the taste of their flesh?
No, of course not. But for me, that's the difficult point, because like when you eat good food, what you like, it gives you like endorphins, it gives you good hormones.
But the reason why I have this conversation with you like
Yeah.
this and I speak about animals is not necessarily because I understand that you may go through some difficulty in trying to change this, but do you think that the difficulty that you would go through is comparable to the difficulty that they go through? Like having your babies taken away from you, being killed, being chopped into pieces, having your throat cut, hanging upside down? Because we need to put this into perspective for a little bit, because whatever difficulty we have, they have it way worse. And if you're putting them in this position because you're saying it's too difficult for me, how is that fair? Like imagine if I would say it's too difficult for me to go home, so I'm just gonna steal your home because it's closer. It's just walking all the way to my house. It's way too far away, so I'm just gonna take your home. And because I have a gun, I can, or something like that. Would that be fair for me because I have power over you to just take your house?
No.
No, it would not, right? And even in that situation, you still get to live. You'd still get to experience and try to come back with the retaliation. But when we make choices where we're saying it's too difficult for me to choose a plant-based product, just gonna kill you and chop you into pieces, they have no more options. Their whole existence gets taken away from them, and they get killed. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, do you think you should consider them when you're making these choices?
Sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And I'll ask you this one final question, which will be a difficult one. How many more animals should be exploited and killed for you from now on? Should it be 0 or more than 0?
I think it shouldn't be. It should be 0, but I think for me it's a progress to do. So
It's progress. I just urge you to think also from the position of the victim again, because imagine if you were like, obviously somebody reducing their consumption is good, but I'm not here to speak about animals in general. Like we can't put animals in a box and say, look, I'm doing better for the animals, like we are for the environment or something. each individual animal is an individual who has emotions, who feels. And when I say I'm gonna kill one animal instead of 10, it's obviously better. But to that one animal, it's just as bad. Like if one person comes here and starts shooting up everyone, it's gonna be fucked up. But to you, it's gonna be the same if they're only gonna shoot you or everyone around you. You see, like it's just to each of us, our life matters.
Yeah, sure. I think what I'm thinking a little bit is in the wild when there are animals who also eat animals, they just eat it for when they are hungry.
Exactly, and when they need to.
And then when they need to.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes sometimes it's okay to eat an animal, like the wild animals does as well, but not this big production where.
Well, if you need to, I don't have a problem with it. If I need to, I wouldn't tell you don't kill and eat your brother if you need to do it. If you need to kill and eat your brother, do it. But if you don't need to do it, I don't think you can justify it, can you? Like if your brother comes at you with a knife, you're justified to defend yourself and you might end up killing him. But you can't go around saying, well, I've seen a show somewhere where if they come out and like you can't use a different situation to justify your situation, right?
But
so
yeah.
so in a situation of necessity, you can justify killing a human or an animal or anything to survive. But if you're not in a situation of necessity, how can you, or a survival situation, how can you justify it? How could it ever be fair to demand the killing of an animal? To say, I want an animal to die for me today, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me just give you a card, and there's I think what you will like is the most important speech you'll ever hear.
Okay.
This is it's a guy who just has a really good speech. Do you think you can give that a watch?
Okay. Yeah.
And until you watch it, do you think you can choose to not demand the exploitation of animals, maybe consume plant-based until you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, then.
Yeah. Thank you.
You have my YouTube channel and everything if you want to hear the conversation back.
Okay. Thanks.
And you're vegan, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been vegan for?
A year, no, a half year.
Is it difficult?
Yeah, but it's not that hard. I think it's just for the family and groups I'm in, and you're vegan, so we need another food.
Yeah, it's
for
the
you.
interaction with people that's a difficult
Yeah.
part, right? But otherwise, it's not difficult to find food or stuff like that.
I think it becomes easier faster if you just do it, because then you don't have that other option always as an excuse.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you always do it, you find what you like, because it's not like there's not vegan gourmets, right? So I would call myself more like how you explained how you feel about food. That's totally me, but I found solutions instead of like, being like, oh, I can only have food pleasure with this stuff. It's completely possible with the other things. It's just a different flavor, I guess, where you can have an intense flavor and amazing flavor, just not from animal bodies. So,
Yeah, I agree. And you would be making your brother's life easier also, because now they have to accommodate for two. So it's like that he will be like, oh, thank you. I no longer have to do it alone. Well, thank you for stopping by. Have an awesome time, and see you guys.
yeah, I could feel the sincerity. It's just.
Why don't you come also
Oh,
and
yeah, sorry.
why don't you come and join the conversation?
I was
Why did
also
you
watching
sit?
Alex because he was having
okay.
some aggressive guy
Yeah.
who was really triggered.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Your setup, how does it work?
My setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have the phone here,
Yeah.
which I'm live on. This is a microphone for the phone.
Uh-huh.
I have a microphone for the camera, and this is the
Ah.
camera here, and they're both connected to a power band gauge. So
Okay. And that
that's
micro
just
is-
it's connected to one is. I have two microphones in here. One is connected to this, and one is connected to this.
And how does it look?
Just stuff in there.
And this.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I stay here the tour to
We want to prove that the AfD, the party,
That's the
is-
far right party, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that it's like proof far away right. So in some other like Saxon or some other states of Germany, they are already proved right, extremely right.
Yeah.
But in Berlin as well, right?
Überall.
Yeah, and everywhere. But they are not completely right to. They still can be voted in the election
And they also get money from the Germans.
from the parliament.
Yeah.
So they can do their publicity. So we think, and when you read the papers, the AfD is not for our democracy. They when you think about the AfD, it's like they really want to
They're
don't
also
have
not
it,
for
don't
the
have
working
it.
class.
Yeah, they don't
They
want to
claim that.
have a democracy anymore. So we try to save a little bit our democracy here, that we still can vote and everything, because we
Heck
think
yeah.
when the AfD is going to be elected in the next election, then we're going to have a problem. And yeah.
I mean, we've all seen what happens in Germany and
Yeah.
far
So
right.
you have a
What
strong-
happens in
you already have a
Germany
strong
and far
sense
right.
against or for personal responsibility against oppressive systems. So you kind of get that it's the same with animal rights.
Yeah.
Right? It's like take
is the
personal
same, yeah.
responsibility.
It does. It comes from exactly the same place. It's this idea that because you have power over somebody, you can do it. Yeah. But that's cool that you guys are trying to do that. And do you want us to like set up and have conversations with people on the street or what?
Yeah, we want to do that as well. Especially here. I have to
It's a
work.
good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, we need a lot of that because the fucking right is just rising nowadays, and it's like it's scary shit. Huh? What we see in the U.S. happening today, it's
Yeah.
not so nice.
And you're just traveling around, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just visiting my friend. She's my friend, so I was just visiting her. He's also
I
my
just one
friend.
from Austria.
Yeah, she traveled from Austria. Yeah.
The vegan strongest country right now, I think,
Yeah.
in Europe. Other
Austria?
than England, yeah.
Austria?
Yeah, Austria is like 5% vegans now.
Wow.
Really?
We are going strong.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, have a great day.
Actually,
Cheers.
have you had Zero Kebab? I think it's just an amazing place. You might want to try
Zero
it.
Kebab?
Yeah, it's
Here?
right there. Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
alright.
far. It's really nice. It's cheap too.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, gotta tell it someone. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Please do tell people.
We make it make sense to them, and we give them some options. And that's.
The guy seemed honest, like Jens.
Yeah, he was sincere. Yeah.
Yeah, he
You
was
can
sincere.
always tell with their face, like if they look a little bit distraught about the situation. Yeah. They're
I
not
started it
truly-
kind of weirdly. I have to get into it. But I'm like, I feel like I'm distracted because I'm in a new place and I don't know. I just see a lot of things happening. And at some point, Alexandra had some conflict happening over there with some guy, right?
He was so triggered and he seemed really aggressive. Yeah. He was all like, he wasn't taking nice to her demeanor, like being pissed off by what he said, whatever it was, which is understandable if you understand animal rights and the horror that they go through, and then some person gets upset over just bullshit. Yeah, like you're telling them to stop and they're already upset at that. Like they're already getting angry at you. Like that's ridiculous. It's not like we're hurting them. It's like people are on one side, they're so soft nowadays that they can't even take words. But on the other hand, they're able to commit all this violence that they don't see, of course. That's why they have that weird double behavior. Like they're so aggressive over nothing, but then don't even give a fuck about so much worse things. Yeah.
I mean, that's dissonance, right? Holding to conflicting
That's the
positions within your
dissonance,
head.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I think it's hard on the spot to really make them understand the reality that the animals go through. Like people really have to watch Dominion to really get even a clue. Yeah.
Oh, you have the thing. It's good to use.
What do you mean?
The Gore magazine. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
use it. Maybe we'll use it in the next outreach.
But I think this is usually I know. But this is usually good because it shows you all that animals go through. So it's like more. So
That's a good point.
it's not just an advertisement against meat or against experiments or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like here you see like it's
But this is very
all of
gore.
this.
Gorish, very gorish.
Yeah, I think, but I think it helps because it shows you how terrible the world is for like the most subjects that actually live on this planet, which is crazy to think about. Like it's only a small percentage of beings that actually get it nice enough, where they're not, at least not abused and exploited. Oh, I'm gonna hold this, yeah.
Maybe we can use
I
it.
can kind of just show it to people while you talk to them when we get to that point,
Yeah.
if you want to.
Sind sie ja nicht, die beuten sie aus. Ja, die werden trotzdem ausgebeutet.
It's difficult to do activism next to Alexandra because she's so imposing. You guys want to have a conversation with me? Just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit. No? No thinking today. No thinking today. I'm a nice person. No, I'm nice. No thinking today.
No thinking.
But what's the difference between a human being and an animal? Well, we can think. But no thinking today. That's true.
Wait, they actually said that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's no thinking today, yeah.
It's embarrassing for them.
Can you hold the sign? I'm gonna go pretend I'm a meat eater at Alexandra's
Okay.
thing. Thank you so much, Sour Gravity. Thank you for the $8.
Well, I don't have my glasses on, so I have to come really close. I don't even need to think to be vegan. Yeah, some people are just vegan because they're empathetic enough to understand that if someone's throat is being cut, that's horrible for them. Yeah. Can be that simple. It should be that simple. But then everyone confirms you in that behavior for like your whole life. And then you think it can't be wrong. Like the caveman mentality, like the majority of people can never be wrong. Impossible. There's 2 Chip today. I'm not Chip. I guess there's 2 Chips today. Carnivore rules. That's, well, you've written it wrong also. Hello, Drag Cologne. And hello, Martin, and all the other people I know. Truth is not a democracy? What do you mean? There's no such thing as ultimate truth. There's evidence, and then there's counter evidence, and there's studies, and there's empirical data at the end of it, and scientific consensus, which is what you should go by. That's like truth, if you want to call it that. That Chip guy, you look different. He's pretending to be a meat eater over there right now in Alex's stream. I guess you would have to go there to see. I guess I could do outreach on Chip's channel, which is fun. Do you want to take part in a social experiment? No thinking today? No thinking today. That's going to be the question of this stream. No thinking today. There's objective moral truth. Well, everything is subjective that you can take in as information, and how you process it is always going to be subjective because you're biased and so on. There's no such thing as objective truth, but there's ways to find like I said, scientific consensus, like the most true thing. Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as most true, but like finding true and false things. Yeah. That's called harassment. Talking to people is called harassment.
Are you harassing them?
I'm harassing people because they consensually talk to me.
Yeah.
They didn't actually, but in the meantime.
We're harassing people. I already harassed Alexandra by going to her stream.
Imagine equating someone's throat being cut and then having to experience a bolt gun and all that stuff to talking to people.
Yeah. You guys want to have a conversation? It's a difficult one. But it challenges you, and you'll come out of it feeling smarter than ever.
That's a good one.
Like the stream. Thank you. Yes, like the stream.
Oh yeah, like the stream.
And subscribe if you're not subscribed.
And
Yeah.
become a member.
Become a member, sure. Also. Who's your teammate? You know Renee.
Yeah,
Everybody.
YouTubes, you know me. Maybe you only know me by my username and all that.
Yeah. What's your username? The
Vegan enemy.
vegan enemy. Yeah.
And then they always think I'm an enemy of vegans, which is funny.
Yeah.
Which is not how that.
You guys want to have a conversation? don't know why Alexandra gets so many people and we don't. I think she's either a little
She's
bit.
magic. Oh, that's the fish. No, that's not the fish guy. Sorry. the mantra.
Oh.
The whatever fish guy.
Apparently, there's a fish guy over here walking around saying stuff. Do you know what he's saying? What's he?
Yeah, he's saying that fish don't suffer. They just. I don't even want to put this into the world because there's people that are silly enough to adopt that. Yeah. So he says that when they gasp for air, panicking, dying brutally on a ship or whatever, that they are actually just breathing themselves in like a mantra, whatever he's called it, into the next world. And it's like so nice. So nice for them to be scared to death
Oh God!
and suffocating.
What? This is
They
coping.
come up with the weird. Yeah, it's coping
This is
hard.
next level.
No, he's
coping.
actually a really nice guy. I think that's why he's coping so hard on the fish thing, because it's the only thing he can't seem to let go for some reason. I don't get it. Like, why are people always so specifically hooked on, no pun intended, on some specific
Oh, I
product
didn't
made
get the
from
pun.
animals?
That's a good pun.
Yeah.
Guilt tripping hard. You wanna have a conversation? Are you okay being live on YouTube? Okay. Okay. 1 second.
First, what is this about?
It's a social experiment. It's about your values. Yeah, it shows you how you feel about certain things.
Okay.
You wanna come here so that you interview? You wanna join also, Renee?
Sure.
You wanna?
I guess I'm not.
I think you're okay. Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
What's your name?
My name is Laura.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Laura.
Lara.
Laura, where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Oh,
And,
do you live here in Berlin?
yeah.
Nice, nice. So Laura, we're animal rights activists. We fight for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I like animals.
You like animals? Do you think we should treat animals like objects?
No.
No, right. Do you think that when we let me put it this way, when we acknowledge that animals have a will, right, and the desire to live, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that if we choose to ignore whatever they want and instead are interested in their body or what their body gives, we're essentially treating them like an object? Let me put it this way. If somebody was to look at you and not care what you want out of life, just be interested in your body, would you feel objectified?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we do that to animals, do you think we're objectifying them also?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then does that mean that when we choose to farm them for milk, for eggs, for cheese, for meat,
All the things we do to them here,
yeah,
like experiments and entertainment, transport.
Yeah.
Like we do a lot of things to them to use their bodies.
Yeah.
do you think when we do this to them, we're objectifying them?
Yeah, I think you can still, like, I mean, for example, like milk and stuff is like healthy for us, but like you can make it in a more, my English is not so good, but like not in that way, you know? You can also make it like.
But why
like
does a
the
cow make milk?
farmers, Like,
Why does a cow make milk?
for his child.
Yeah, yeah. So they have to have a baby, right?
Yeah.
So do you think they get pregnant when they want, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Are they? Yeah.
They impregnate them, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a business for them.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair to do to an animal?
No.
Yeah, you see it here, I think. See, they use this giant glove and they put their hands in the anus of a cow to hold their cervix, and then they inject bull semen in their vagina.
They also do some brutal things to the balls. They either jerk them off or they put like an electric dildo in their ass, and then sometimes they faint because it's painful.
Yeah.
And then they give them like 5 minutes and go again.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
And when the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
Yeah, I know. Because then the cow can produce milk.
Yeah.
Like, with no. My English is not so good.
Well, nobody's gonna be drinking the milk because if the baby stays with the mother, they drink the milk. So
You can say it, kannst in Deutsch, can say it in German, and then I
Okay,
translate it.
okay. Ja. Ja, ich finde, man kann es auf einer harmloseren Weise. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Also
She's saying you could do it in a less, causing less harm while doing that.
Genau. So wie damals, wenn man zum Beispiel eine Farm hat und man hat Kühe und das Kind hat eine Kuh, hat ein Kalb. So dann wie damals, so, das hat der Kuh ja nicht geschadet, so mäßig. So denke ich. Aber so wie es natürlich heutzutage gemacht wird, so Massenproduktion und so, Natürlich ist das
But
But the calves are always excess.
Yeah.
Like they're always like you can't feed, like you can't multiply animals endlessly, and then you don't have space sometimes. Like,
Yeah, and the
for it
cow
to
eats-
be so full.
a cow eats around 20 to 40 kilograms of food per day. So you can't feed, like, imagine feeding so many cows and only one of them producing milk. Plus, if you get pregnant, is that my milk? Is it
Nein.
mine to take?
Nein,
What if you produce more? Is it mine to take?
nein.
No? Why not?
Keine Ahnung.
So why would it be ours to take if they make more?
Ja, ja. I get you. I know.
Right.
The thing to understand is that it's an injustice at its core because you don't consider what they want, like what their life interests are, like not to be harmed, not to be enslaved or locked up or whatever. So it's almost like similar to slavery. Like they're all exploited to reach a goal that's not their goal, that's our goal, right? To get products from them, to get some type of benefit. So there's like an injustice within just that basic principle that we use them to as objects to means to an end,
Yeah.
just to meet our goals. It's very selfish if you think about it.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, you never really thought about the dairy industry like that. If they would describe that on the packaging and all, like they treat you like you're stupid. Like they don't want you to understand all that happens because otherwise you would probably decide for something else then because you wouldn't feel good about it anymore.
But
So
do you
that's
think
the
you
thing.
can choose something else?
Yeah, for me personally, I don't even drink cow milk. I drink like plant milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, more old milk or soy milk.
But like cheese, I'm assuming you eat cheese and stuff, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, which is the same, right? It's the
Yeah, I think yeah, with like small things, you can also maybe change something. I don't know.
you can change it to small things, obviously, but imagine if we had an operation where what we do to cows we did to women, right? And you would be one of the women, and somebody would say, "Well, I'm gonna do it to less women from now on," and 3 of those women are freed. You would still continue to be in that position, and just like in the same thing, what would happen is you would still put a cow in that position, and their experience would still be just like how you would experience it, because you would experience. I don't see why their experience would be that much different to yours, because it's not like the feelings we control them cognitively. What cognitively we just think, and in fact, I would think that they have a much worse experience because we can detach ourselves from experiences.
Yeah, they're shitting themselves on the way to the slaughterhouse because they've never been on a truck, so
Yeah.
they're already scared to death. Like all these things that they have to endure, it's worse for them because they don't understand what's happening.
Exactly, and they can't derail. They can't say, well, think about something else, or oh, what about this? No, they just constantly left with that fear, with that emotion, and constantly feeling that way. And whatever difficulty we may have on our side, for us it's picking a different product from a store and maybe not liking one, liking another. Hell, maybe being hungry one day and not hungry another. But for them, it's life and death. It's exploitation or not exploitation. Yeah. So, which side of it do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the side that continues supporting this animal's exploitation, or do you be on the side where it says, "No, I'll stop. I'll just won't demand it anymore."
Yeah, I think like what I will do now. I mean, I don't want to eat more than I need. You know what I mean? Like everything is like life is holy. I think this is holy, and like to waste food or eat more than I need is disrespectful. Yeah,
But nobody eats more than they need. What do you mean? Who eats more than they need?
Many people.
But then they get fat.
Yeah.
But any single person that you see here on the street that's not fat doesn't eat more than they need.
No, like for example, like a human need like I think like everyone is different, but like for me I need for example 100 grams of protein a day,
Yeah.
and when I eat more than I need, I think that's a waste. You
But
know?
you can get 100 grams of protein without
Also with
exploiting
other-
animals.
yeah.
Yeah. So you can get
Yeah.
all of this, like, you can still have this principle where you eat more or less than what
think-
you need without supporting the exploitation of animals.
I think it's like when I eat this, then I should eat this bewusst I don't know the word.
Consciously.
Consciously, yeah, right. So it's like
Why would that help?
because it's then more rare when I make it rare. Do you know what I mean?
If I rape a woman once a year, is that better?
No. Yeah, but
The thing is, what he's trying to say is that you appreciating more doesn't make it better for the victim. Like,
Yeah.
also ich meine,
if
wenn
you
man
reverse the roles, you would not feel better because the perpetrators appreciated it so much that they got money from you by stealing it from you or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it better.
It doesn't really like from the position of the victim. Like again, from your side, it's black and white. Sorry, from your side, it's gray. Like you can choose to eat a little bit, you can choose to eat less, and you'll feel better about it. But on their side, it's black and white. When you buy an animal product, you'll demand that they get exploited and killed. You demand it. You start the process so that one being who feels like you will get put into being forcefully inseminated and killed.
ja.
You said two things that were really interesting because you said life is holy and you don't want to take more than you need. But now we're telling you, and we can debate on this, that you don't need animal products. So then wouldn't that be taking more than you need? Wouldn't that not go that against you saying life is holy? Like,
Okay, jetzt verstehe ich.
And
kind of
also,
a contradiction, I think.
and also, if you care about like the amount of energy usage or environmental stuff, as you say now, more than you need, the production of animal products takes a lot more plants to produce because the animals have to be fed, a lot more water because the animals have to drink water. So you are definitely taking a lot more by consuming animal products. Yeah.
Ja. Ich glaube, es ist auch so schwer wenn man in der Stadt lebt, man hat halt die Auswahl. Man hat immer die Auswahl, was für einen Lebensstil habe ich. Also ob man jetzt sich entscheidet, vegan zu sein oder nicht, ob man sich entscheidet, viel Süßes oder ungesunde Sachen zu essen. Deswegen ist es
I live on
schwer.
the countryside and I'm vegan too, so you can do it if you choose to.
Ja,
Yeah.
eigentlich so, ich glaube, es ist halt einfach so generell nicht gut für die Menschen, dass man so viel Auswahl hat irgendwie. Ich weiß nicht, weil man sich auch für so viel Schlechtes dann entscheiden kann. Ja, aber ich finde es eigentlich gut, dass ihr euch einsetzt. So, weil wir haben ja die Wahl, was wir machen können.
Yeah,
Man kann
exactly.
sich ja auch
We're here because a lot of people don't have those information. I didn't
Yeah.
have them before, but once I realized, hey, there is a individual on the other side who feels so similar to me, and they experience like they're not like walking vegetables, like they really have a life experience, and this is proven scientifically. Once I knew all of that, I was like, oh, I cannot be personally responsible for that animal because just because I don't see it, because there's like a curtain in front, let's say, doesn't make it any better. So if I
Yeah.
don't want to be in their shoes, so to speak, then I shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Ja.
And then I stopped overnight, so you can completely do that.
Also seid ihr beide vegetarisch oder?
Vegan, weil
Vegan.
Vegetarier eben,
Halt noch
vegetarians
Milch und
are
so.
even,
Yeah, they
vegetarians
still
are
pay for.
responsible for that.
Yeah, this is also for vegetarians because they
Bei
kill
mir,
the baby chicks.
ich würde sogar vegetarisch werden oder vegan, aber ich finde, das macht es so komplizierter, so mein Essen, weil da muss ich so zu viel nachdenken, weißt
In
du?
the beginning, yes, but it takes
Yeah.
like a few weeks to get used to it. It's like
Okay.
for us, it's like a lifestyle change at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
we do different things to get there, like to feed ourselves, to clothe ourselves. Like this is of course not filled with feathers, right? So like you can find all the alternatives. You just have to do it. And then the next time, like the first time you go grocery shopping, being a vegan, and not wanting to exploit animals, then of course you're not used to it. You will take a longer time. Maybe you have to ask the employees to find something because you don't have that. You don't know what the products look like. Some of them maybe, so not used to it from marketing. Like yeah, and then the next time like at home you realize what tasted good and what tasted garbage. The next time you try different stuff, and then sooner or later you figure it out. Like it's not
Takes like a month.
it's not not a big deal.
Yeah. And
Weil ich habe auch manchmal schon drüber nachgedacht, aber halt so der Körper braucht ja so viele, so Mikronährstoffe. Und zum Beispiel bei mir, so, ich könnte mit Fleisch sogar komplett aufhören, aber zum Beispiel ich könnte nicht mit Eier aufhören, weil die halt so alle Mikronährstoffe haben, außer Vitamin C. Und halt eine perfekte, also da ist so wenig Fett drin, also halt fast, ja, so kalorienarme Proteinquelle
Well,
ist so.
eggs
die sind so
have
eigentlich so,
cholesterol, which is not healthy.
Ja, aber-
because your body makes enough on its own.
es gibt halt genug, also es gibt 2 Arten von Cholesterin, damit habe ich mich auch ein bisschen beschäftigt. Es gibt gutes und schlechtes Cholesterin. und halt Eier fördern halt das Gute. Also ich finde,
Can I sum it up real quick because I
Yeah.
know what you mean. It's I know when you're not experienced with this, if you don't have the competence, so to speak, it can seem like it would be hard to get all your nutrients. He's actually a dietitian.
I'm a nutritionist.
Nutrition, sorry.
Yeah.
And you can like soy, for example, has like a full amino profile except B12, so you get all that you need actually. So it's
B12 is not amino acid anyway, so it's...
okay, sorry. Yeah, it's a vitamin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as hard as you think, and then a lot of stuff in like those convenience vegan products, they already put all the stuff that you need, so it's easier for you. I guess it takes a little bit of getting used to look on the product and understand what's in there and what you need. But,
Only once.
But let's say if you eat your greens, right, which is high in iron and other stuff, and if you eat your seeds and you eat some beans maybe, or like lentils or legumes like soy or tofu and all that stuff, you get mostly everything you need. Like it's not that complicated.
The soy Alpro, have you seen the Alpro products?
yeah.
Alpros, the yogurt, all of them, all the Alpro products have calcium, iron, B12, and another one another vitamin in it. So
Like
they
you're not going to die. It's not
Yeah.
that difficult. And then
Yeah.
if you have issues or you get your blood work done, which you should do anyways, you can always adjust your diet, right? So
Yeah.
that's what nutritionists are for and dietitians. You can
Yeah.
always find solutions and help if you choose to.
But I
You
like
have
this idea.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It seems more difficult than it actually is, indeed. Because in reality, it's kind of like going to a foreign country where when you go into a supermarket, you're like, where do I find all these products that I like? But if you go there for a week, if you've ever been in a foreign country for a week, it only takes you a couple of times going into a supermarket, and then you find the products that you want or like.
I think you just have to, for you specifically, I just think you have to really look into it more and see what animals actually go through. Like confront yourself with this.
Yeah.
And then if you see the truth, I think you will change pretty quickly. Like you can.
Do you want to try to do that? Do you want to see what animals go through? You don't want to see what animals go through?
And there's also
I
like,
know a little bit.
and if
Yeah.
you want to try some vegan food, there's Zero Kebab right there. Like it's not far from, if you look in Google, Zero Kebab. They have like a really good kebab which has like it has like a herby sauce and like there's like really whole foods type of diet. Yeah, contains
Okay.
everything you need basically.
Okay.
Protein too. Like he does heavy lifting. Like he's actually really muscled. I think the
Okay.
jacket usually hides it a lot. which
Yeah,
sucks.
I'm a power lifter,
He's
but
pretty
yeah,
strong and like he takes all the protein he needs. Like
Okay.
I get like 200, 300 grams of protein per day, so you can easily get 110 or 120 as
Yeah.
much as you want. Yeah, there's several products that are higher in protein per calorie than even meat or animal products. So you can easily do that. And I'm assuming if you go to the gym, you already take protein powder.
No.
No?
Because da sind so unnötige Inhaltsstoffe drin. Yeah. I
because
try
of the
to like
additives, but
whole
there's
food.
also like a purist.
Yeah, there's
protein powder.
unflavored. The unflavored one doesn't have additives.
Nee, aber ich trinke trotzdem kalt. Ich mische es lieber essen.
Die kannst du ja auch machen. Gibt ja Tofu-Seitan.
Ja, ja.
Auch was ganz gut ist, ist auch texturiertes Pflanzenprotein. Das ist einfach wie so, es schaut einfach aus wie so getrocknetes Fleisch. Und
Okay.
das besteht halt nur aus so gepressten Bohnen oder so. Oder halt Pflanzenprotein jedenfalls. Also da ist nichts drinnen. Nichts
Okay.
zugefügt. Und das kannst du einfach mit Brühe übergießen und dann anbraten und schmeckt wie Fleisch. So, ist
Ja.
ganz simpel und ist auch sehr günstig.
Ich finde auch, vegane Sachen schmecken schon sehr lecker. Also jetzt so mit der Zeit.
Ja, nicht alles, behauptet auch kein Veganer.
Ja.
You're never gonna hear all vegans saying that, oh, all vegan food is great. Like there's stuff that doesn't taste good.
80% of it I don't like.
Also depends on the person. Like my boyfriend likes a lot of other stuff than I do. Like there's vegan steak alternatives that I hate, and because they taste weird, they have like some sweet flavor to them that I don't like, and he loves them. So it's like
I agree. There's
Ja, jeder
taste
hat
for everyone.
andere. Everyone has like
Yeah.
different preferences. Yeah.
But the reality is nowadays we have so many choices that even if you don't like one, you can just choose another.
yeah.
And on our side, it's so easy because on our side it's just about the choices we're making. But on their side, it's exploitation, abuse, and slaughter. And the reason why you don't want to see it is because you know it's really bad.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I was last year war ich in Afrika. I was in Africa and I lived there with a farmer family. And I know
you've
they
seen
slaughtered the chicken and everything. Ich musste sogar die Federn und so rausziehen und so, richtig viel Blut. Aber ja, was soll
And
man
you didn't
machen?
like seeing
Und
it.
deswegen meine ich, manche haben die Entscheidung und manche haben keine Entscheidung. Und so, ich finde so zum Beispiel, solche Familien haben zum Beispiel keine Entscheidung, weil das sind so deren einzigen...
Of course, our morality depends
Ja.
on our living situation. Like
Genau.
if you're in rural Africa and you need, but I would doubt that. Like even there, sometimes you have options.
Yeah.
But let's
Yeah,
say you
well,
don't.
I talked to somebody from Africa
Yeah, yeah.
who is from Zimbabwe,
Ja.
and you have these things called soy chunks, which they're everywhere. It's just that nobody knows about them.
Yeah,
And
if you're not vegan, you don't usually even look. That's why
Yeah.
you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So
Like als ich da, dort lebt auch eine Freundin von mir, sie ist auch veganisch, also vegan,
Ja.
sorry, sie ist deutsch auch und sie lebt dort halt, ich war sie halt auch besuchen und weil dort ist halt wirklich schwer, also weil das Problem ist, zum Beispiel da werden halt, da gibt es keine, ich war da Botswana, es gibt keinen Import so richtig und weil dieser Bürgermeister möchte, dass halt alles, was verkauft wird, auch in dem Land halt angebaut wird.
So where she was, they don't want to import goods because the president or whatever or
Yeah.
mayor wants to only support the.
Like you can just
Local.
sell what
It was the
is
same
there.
in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
The same. The guy told me exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So I actually spoke to two people from Africa, and they told me that I had heard the same thing, that they don't want to get it from another country. And I actually spoke to somebody from an African country. I forgot which country, where they said they don't even want to get it from a different region.
Yeah.
But even in that situation, they still had options.
Sie lebt da auch schon. Also meine Freundin da, die vegan ist. Like my friend of there, she's German. She moved there and she lives vegan for more than I think 2 years or something. And she.
But imagine
Still vegan.
how few options they have, and they still make it work. And here in Berlin, which is one of the best city to be vegan in, we have so many options. You just
Yeah.
gotta.
You find everything from croissants to everything.
But you eat
Think
healthy
of.
already, as far as I
Yeah.
understand, right? So you already know that when you go into a supermarket, 90% of the products are shit. So your experience won't change at all. It's just that now you look for the vegan ones. That's exactly because I was the same as you. I
I
eat
actually don't
healthy.
eat so much meat, but I eat like I'm not like I could be. Yeah, I don't know. Like few times a week I eat meat. Yeah.
Yeah, but few times a week means still
Like
some
3
animals losing their
times.
life.
Yeah.
It's still 100% slaughterhouse for them. Yeah.
It should be easy for you then. If you only eat 3 times a week, it's easy
Yeah,
to
but
change.
my problem is I cannot stop eat cheese. I love cheese.
There's vegan cheese. There's so many
Ah,
vegan
so,
cheeses
okay.
options nowadays.
Okay, yeah, maybe I have to look out.
Yeah, there's vegan pizza in Berlin you can find that has vegan cheese and everything. You'll find all the options. And you know the thing about it is, at first it tastes a little bit different, and then you keep going, you keep trying different ones. You find one that you like, and after a while, you realize that the other ones tasted worse than these ones actually, because it's this specific taste that animal products have. This specific taste is, in my opinion, it's disgusting knowing what it is that they go through for it. So it's, I don't know.
I get you. Yeah.
You get me? Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you a card, because so there's a. If you don't want to watch what animals go through, can you at least watch the most important speech you'll ever hear?
Okay.
You-
Yeah,
You, promise me you're gonna watch that?
I will.
Okay, and then
Vortrag quasi.
Also ein
Yeah.
Vortrag? Okay. Ja, kein Problem.
and until you watch it, do you think you can choose to not consume any animal products?
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, you can, not for me, for the animals. You can do it for them, not for
Like
me.
for tonight, you can just go zero kebab and try that maybe.
Yeah.
It's not, like I said, it's cheap and it tastes great and it's
Okay.
healthy.
Yeah.
Or something else. Like there's so many places. If you look on the internet, you will find places.
Thank you.
Berlin is so easy.
Have a good one.
Ja. Okay. Ja, also ich gehe.
Yeah. Ciao.
I like a lot of excuses.
Yeah, I think it was. I think she thought it was going to be so. How do you say? Like unsatisfying
Yeah.
that she just couldn't fathom to actually do it now. But I hope she'll look into it more.
It's so weird to me because it's so easy to be vegan here.
Also, I'm
It's-
not sure if she really understood what it means from. I think a lot of people lack imagination to really understand what it would feel like to go through that as a non-human person, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
I prefer to say that because they're so similar to us. Like, look at primates. Like, how can you look at their behavior and not see part of yourself in that?
Wait, B12 is almost exclusively in meat. Well, animals don't produce B12. animals actually require B12 just like we do. It's an essential vitamin for them as it is for us.
Do you want to take part in the experiment?
I don't know who those are. Sorry.
Oh, you don't have to know. We just ask you some questions. That's something else. It's just that's an older experiment. Oh, I'm actually live on YouTube now, so I was gonna ask you if you. Yeah. You wanna be live on YouTube?
Yes, sure.
You wanna come here so that you're in view? Yeah. Give me a second.
Of course.
What's your name?
Neta. Nice
I'm
to
Chip.
meet
Nice to
you.
meet you, Neta.
Hi.
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
What brings you to Berlin? Do you live here or
No, just like a weekend.
a weekend
Fast
in Berlin?
weekend, yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. So
Oh wow. You see?
there
This
you
is
go.
why I come to Berlin.
So the experiment is actually about animals, or let's talk because you're from Canada. You'll speak better English, so it's nice to ask you some better questions. This
sure.
is about oppression, right? So how do you feel about oppression?
Um,
Do you think somebody who
that's a
has?
good-
Let me ask you this: do you think somebody who has power
yeah.
should have the right to oppress somebody who doesn't have power?
No, definitely not.
No. What
Humans
if?
are equal.
What if they're more stronger or smarter? Should they? Does it matter if they're stronger or smarter? Like,
No.
if the power comes from strength or from intelligence, does that mean they should have the right to use that to oppress somebody?
To oppress? No.
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 What if the individual being oppressed doesn't realize that they're oppressed?
That's a good question. But I feel like still, no. If the intelligent part know they are oppressing someone else, they should not do it.
Okay, and what if the individual is part of a different biological category than the oppressor? And
Like
the
what?
oppressor, for example, how a man can say that a woman is inferior because they're not like a man.
No,
So
definitely
they deserve
not.
to be
Definitely
exploited.
not.
No, but a woman is different than a man, right?
That's true.
It's just that the
We're
difference.
better.
It's just that the differences don't justify the oppression, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that the differences between us and animals justify us oppressing them?
That's a very good question. No, it's a good point.
No, but do you think that we are oppressing them when we're choosing to force them into slaughterhouses to
Obviously,
impregnate them?
we're eating them. Yeah.
Yeah, we're eating them.
We're
yeah.
eating them.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Do you happen to have some form of responsibility in the matter? Like, do you participate in this?
Oh my God. It's a. Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think you can do about it then? Because I suppose you don't want to
Wow.
be, because you're against oppression, while at the same time
But you're
supporting a
applying
form.
the same logic for humans to animals, and that doesn't really apply always. Because in
What
that
what
sense,
exactly
it's
doesn't apply? It's
Come,
still
come, come here.
Come here.
Come here.
No, actually good.
Come here.
It's still oppression, isn't it?
It's oppression.
It's
Depends on how
oppression.
if you take the same moral, the same
Campus.
morality to animals, and you apply it in the same way as you apply it to humans, then yeah, sure. But you don't really always speak in the same way to animals as for humans.
I mean, I don't have to speak in the same way, right? Like, as I said, like there's a difference between men and women. But the difference doesn't justify the
men
oppression,
and
right?
women, they're human beings.
It doesn't matter, right?
They're
Because
animals.
biological category, right? Like you say, we're all animals, first of all, right? We're all animals.
But they're
We're
different
just of a
species,
different
but they're
species.
different
Yeah, so
species,
these are
exactly.
different. These are different taxonomies. These are different biological categories. For us to choose, you are part of different biological categories.
Okay.
You're part of one where it says you're a male. You're part of one which says you're a human. You're part of one which maybe dictates your race. You're part of one which dictates
You
your
agree
eye
with
color.
me- oh,
All
sure,
of these
but
are
you agree with me
categories.
That the morality, the philosophy that you apply in moral terms for human beings is different than the ones that animals apply with.
I don't
because
see-
animals, if they see a red light, they don't cross the red light.
There's humans who also can't do that, and I don't apply different moral standards to them. For instance, if a human is intellectually
apply
challenged,
the same logic.
I think
if a
the-
human,
the
let me just
question
be
was-
clear.
The question was if the difference that there are, the trait differences, if there's one that's good enough to treat them differently. That was
It
the
depends. That's an individual question. It depends on which moral,
Right.
what kind of morality do you live by? and
Like you
how
don't hit,
close-
but you can.
But that's
I
why
don't
I'm
know,
asking
grow?
you, right? Like that's why I'm asking each person. I didn't ask in generals. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
said.
no, no, no,
I
no.
just said.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
You're
like
doing an experiment.
It's pretty simple. Like the question is, do you think what is the difference between an animal and us, which are also an animal, that would justify forcing them into a slaughterhouse for a product we don't need?
I think there's two answers for that. The first one is there's law. The law doesn't apply the same for animals as
Oh,
it applies
we-
for humans.
I
And
thought we
what
were talking
stand-
about
and-
morality. I'm sorry,
No,
but
hold on. But what stands behind the law? Mostly is usually it's kind of the morality that you live by as a society, and you want to apply it in general terms.
No, that's an appeal to legality. That's a logical fallacy. It doesn't matter what happens. Let me put it this way: cheating on your partner
Yeah.
is immoral, correct?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. In some sort, in
And
some
is it
societies,
illegal?
it's illegal.
But it's
In some
should it be
societies,
illegal?
I don't think so. I think
Okay, there you
can
go.
apply it
So
in
legality and morality do not intertwine necessarily.
But
Okay.
sometimes-
Right.
but
Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't.
Okay,
So let's not
sure.
talk about legality because legality differs by time, by location, by a lot of things.
Okay.
But morality
Sure.
should be universally applied, like the
Should
veil of
be.
ignorance.
We wish it
Exactly.
was. It's not.
So that's why I'm here talking to you about this, right? Because
That's
I-
a good experiment you're
the
doing.
question is, what is
What
the justification for killing an animal when there is no need for it?
It's a good question.
Human beings, the reason human beings became smarter biologically is because we started to eat meat. 'Cause
No, it's not that. But
It is.
it's not. No. So the
It
reason
is,
why we
because you
became
started to eat meat. Once you started to eat meat, your body needed to consume less power to get grains, and that way your brain could be bigger. You can check it out.
So let me explain to you. So let me explain to you something. So the reason why our brains grew was because we could intake more calories. Our brains started growing
it from
when
meat.
our brains started growing when we started when we discovered fire, when we started that we could cook.
True.
Sure.
True.
And indeed, meat played a big role about it. But the reason for that was because meat has a lot of calories.
Yeah, sure.
But nowadays, you don't have an issue with calories because you can get calorically rich foods without the exploitation,
That's-
abuse, and
that's-
slaughter of
that's
an
a good
animal.
point. That's a good point.
So it doesn't really matter, right? Like the nutrition that sustains us, we can be healthy without exploiting animals.
Sure.
So what justifies the exploitation of animals then?
That's a good question
That's-
we're gonna think
I
about.
think we're gonna think about it, but let's agree on disagreeing.
What,
But I
what
like-
are we
I like the
disagreeing on?
I like the experiment that you guys are doing.
But what are we disagreeing on?
The basic terms in which morality should apply to animals,
them, we
in
know.
opposed to
Wait, so should we be
Human
killing
beings.
dogs
it depends. I mean, they're
for
killing-
optional products?
Mommy died.
All right, listen.
Should we be killing dogs for optional products?
No, definitely not.
It's-
And that's a good experiment. And we're gonna go.
So what's the
Brachava
difference between a
tzlacha.
dog and any
You
other
guys-
animal?
You guys are
have
doing a
great
very
day.
good
Thank
experiment.
you.
It seems like
Thank
not
you.
good enough because you guys still want to continue the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals.
I mean, you have your own point.
No,
that you
no,
wanna-
this is
that
not
you
my
wanna-
point. I'm speaking up for the victims. If I were an animal, I would
Oh.
want somebody to represent me by telling others who choose
so
to
this is why
exploit and
we're
slaughter
saying
them.
That's a
You
good
know,
experiment.
a lot of
And you
courthouses.
got
How many
us,
more animals are you
we
going to
got us a
exploit
lot
from
of-
now on?
You have a good one.
How many more animals are you going to exploit from now on?
That's
don't
a
know.
great question. I'll think
It's
about
a great question. You'll think about it. So you'll exploit more than one.
Thank you.
Maybe you should be in the position of the victim from time to time.
I hated that guy.
I hated that guy
The
also.
woman was nice. Like,
Yeah, he
but
derailed
then
the
they
whole
always let
conversation.
the man. Like that's the whole thing with. That's the whole thing with our hierarchical society, where men still get to say how it's going to be for both of them. Like he really put out there what she was supposed to agree upon, and she
Yeah.
did, which is really upsetting, which is really unfortunate.
Oh, you should have said that.
Because it went
I didn't pick
great.
up on that. I would have.
Yeah.
I would have created a lot of conflict. Like, fuck that. I don't
yeah,
care.
she let him completely oppress her in that
Yeah.
moment. Because her opinion was not that of his.
Are your hands not frozen?
A little bit.
Yeah, keep.
Also
I
to
have
meet
gloves.
my friend in half an hour, but
Well, thank you for being here with me, Renee. It helps.
yeah. I guess I'll film my stuff tomorrow. There's also not enough people interested to really.
What a lot of nonsense.
It's crazy. Always the ones where I
Legality.
think they're really nice and empathetic. They always turn out. They often turn out to be really ignorant when it comes to it because they just don't want to change their actions.
He was saying that they're not oppression. She was saying it is oppression. Like I don't know. I just feel like
Oh, he was all over the place. He was like, "Oh, but the law and blah, blah, blah," and then and everyone kept agreeing that it's a should question, like morals are a should and not
Yeah.
a is, and all he kept saying are is statements, are descriptive statements. it is this way. It is. Imagine someone during the Holocaust would have said, "Oh, but it is this way right now."
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay, can't do anything. It is that way.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Should we stop the Holocaust?
no, it is that way.
Well, it is happening. That's the
It is
reality.
happening.
But that's
Can't
not what
do
we're
anything.
saying.
It is
We're
the
saying
way
we
it
should
is.
stop it. Yeah.
People are just too comfortable. I feel like they let their comfort dictate their morals, which is really bad, which is diabolical to really think about.
I think that the more people would see what it is that they're supporting, like constantly, not just once, constantly.
Yeah, they have to see it constantly.
If they constantly had to see it, I think
why
a
we
lot
need more
of them-
activists.
Yeah.
Ideally, they could never escape the footage. That would be great. Alex gets the whole crowd.
Yeah, I see that Alex gets a
That's
whole
crazy.
crowd.
That's
yeah.
a second crowd, actually.
Oh, she attracts a lot of people.
Why is she so
doesn't she?
popular?
I mean, she's got the red hat.
I think it's the hair and the shoes.
She's got the hair.
She got
she's
the
got,
look.
She's got the look.
She got the-
She's got the look. She's got the look.
Also, I've never heard of a duality of morals. Like, how does that work? Like, morals are a singular thing. Like, you have morals, and then you apply them to different things. Like, you don't have two morals. Like, how does that work?
Well, you
Depends
apply
on the
more.
morals you're using. This one or that one. Oh, that's cognitive dissonance. Actually, he's describing his two-faced character. Like, this is my morals for animals. This is my morals for humans.
This is my morals for.
Like here, I shut off my brain and become a brutal, like, I don't know, like violent person. And this is my regular self, where I'm reasonable and like a rational human being.
Yeah, it's the same as a racist. This is my morals for this
Oh, yeah,
race,
yeah.
and this is my morals
they
for
do
this
that a
other
lot. Like
race.
even the Ku Klux Klan, like
Yeah.
they would pick favorites and then be completely rational with them, and then all the other time.
Yeah, I'm completely rational towards my race. It's the other races that I have issues with. Exactly that. That's what they're doing. I'm completely rational towards my species. It's the other species that I think I have the right to use them. Well, not this
Well,
one
when they're
species.
comfortable again, like when they're comfortable with like this other type of looking people, then with the same looking type of people, then they can be reasonable and civilized. But then if they get uncomfortable and feel a certain way, oh, that bubble hit your camera.
Yeah.
Well, then they have to be hateful, I guess.
Wait, I see somebody tagging me. What would your friend say to non-active vegans to inspire them to be active?
I
What
say?
would you say, Renee?
To become active.
Come closer
Well,
to the
simply, for me, it's pretty simple. Like if you imagine yourself, like when we watch movies, for example, we imagine that we would be the hero of those stories that have actually taken place, and like the Holocaust or whatever, or like slavery. Like there's good movies about like a slavery background, and then they also cut it that way so that you really feel for the main character and you're on their side, and then everyone's on their side. But then when it comes to yourself, you have to imagine, like, would you actually truly be that type of person, show that much character? And I think a lot of people, it would be a no when it comes to animals, and you have to really, think about if you can really identify with that.
It's a good point, yeah.
And for me, it was simple. Like I could not identify with during the Holocaust or whatever, just being a coward and just doing the bare minimum and not joining them to oppress. So yeah.
To end oppression.
Yeah, to end oppression. I think we have I guess it depends who you ask, but I think we do have kind of or obligation to not only not take part, but also to fight it within our own means, right? So like, I think also a lot of people have a misunderstanding about activism. They think you have to crash into shops and get yourself into legal trouble. No, like you can do a lot of things that are activism.
Yeah, you don't have to do what I do now.
Yeah. I mean, there's introverts, they don't want to talk to people on the streets. They will sometimes, like those types of people, they might want to join and hold a poster or whatever it's called, doing protests. That's good. I mean, you can do so much within your capabilities. You don't have to even get uncomfortable. If you want to be comfortable doing activism, then do a type of activism that's comfortable for you. Like,
Yeah, just do
better
something.
better than doing nothing.
You wanna have a conversation?
Wait, Does he speak English, I guess?
I guess.
Yeah. Even I couldn't understand.
Really important question the community wants to know. Do you feel like shaving your mustache to an effect on Axel shaving his? Wait, Axel shaved his mustache? Oh, what do you mean? Wait, let me read that again. Do you feel like shaving your mustache had an effect on Axel shaving his? Also, hi, Renee.
Said who?
The 40-year-old vegan.
Oh, hi.
David. I hope not. Has he shaved his mustache? I hope he hasn't. Axel, did you shave your mustache, Axel?
I cannot imagine him without one.
Yeah, me neither.
But I guess it's good to try new things.
I think he shaved his handlebars, somebody was saying in the chat. Axel shaved his stash? What the fuck? What the fuck? You guys want to have a conversation?
I think we have to tell them a little bit how it's gonna go, like not what it's about, but someone almost ran some people over right in front of the police. You want to take part in the social experiment? It's about your values.
Just ask you some questions, get you to think a bit. You want to try it?
Is this recorded? Where are you gonna put
I'm
this
live
on?
on YouTube.
Oh no.
You
You
can
don't,
be your friend.
you don't want to hear my views.
Why not?
Views about what?
Animals.
Animals.
Yeah.
Oh, you can have anything about animals. I love animals.
Okay, do you want to be on camera?
How many people you got here?
Like 100, not a lot.
Ah, that's too little. Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. Yeah. What do you want to hear?
Do you want to come here so that you're in view?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Where are you from?
I was born in Romania, but I'm traveling from UK now.
I'm
So-
from Romania, so I live in Netherlands. So
Really, from Romania?
But I'm traveling here, yeah.
As well. Ah, okay. You
So-
talk in English though, right?
Yeah, because
Alright,
everybody's listening in English.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
how do you feel about animals? You said you love them.
Yeah, I have two cats.
Yeah.
At
Do you
home,
think
yeah.
what's their names?
Chichi and Toto, one girl, one boy, 3 years old.
Chichi and Toto.
Yeah.
Do you think Chichi and Toto? Do you see them as members of the family, or do you see them like as objects? How do you see them?
They're not objects, man. But they're not humans. They're animals.
Yeah.
That's why they're
Well,
called
humans
animals.
are animals also.
You think so?
I mean, biologically, yes, we are.
Mm.
We're eukaryotes who require energy to sustain ourselves.
I
So-
think there is like a difference between. That's why the word human was invented.
No, it's the word humans was invented because we invented all the words. So of course we're gonna make a word to, especially for us.
So what you're saying there isn't a difference between a cat and a human?
Oh, there is.
You know,
there's just like there's a difference between
Let
you
me-
and me, right? Like
let me tell you
we're
this.
different people.
Let me tell you
It
this.
doesn't matter.
Let me tell you this. So I was doing a module about ethics in robotics, and there is this interesting topic about self-driving cars, and they were asking people, would you, obviously if the car detects like 5 people,
Yeah.
and there are like 5 cats on the other side of the road, will the car drive through 5 people or 5 cats? It will drive through 5 cats, because 5 cat lives are less valuable than 5 human lives.
To us, yeah, because that we programmed it that way. Obviously, to us, 5 cats will be more valuable, but to a cat, 5 cats will be more valuable than 5 humans, right? So it's the value of an individual, the the extrinsic value that we place on an individual matters a lot to who placed that value. For example, if there were one stranger versus your 2 cats, I think you might want the stranger to die instead of the
No.
2 cats. No.
No.
No. Okay.
Human
well,
life is more important than a cat life.
That's your value again,
Yeah.
but that people
And
there's-
that's most people.
no, there's a lot of people who would put their animal companions' value on top of other humans,
Listen,
strangers
when we're gonna
especially.
have self-driving cars and we're gonna invent them, we're almost there. All cars will drive over cats.
Yeah, I don't
instead
care
of
about
humans.
that. So it doesn't matter what extrinsic value doesn't matter. It's about intrinsic value. Do you think intrinsically you value your life?
Yeah.
Do you think I value my own life?
Yeah. I
And do you
hope
think
so.
an animal values their own life?
Obviously, they have feelings and emotions as well. So I think they do care about their life, but
Yeah. So they value their life.
yeah, yeah.
So then,
What's your point though? What's
so do
the
you think
whole
it's
thing
okay?
here?
Do you think is it okay to treat an animal like an object if there is no necessity behind it? Is it okay to kill an animal when there's no necessity behind it?
No,
No.
no. But
So, for example, in the production of animal products like meat, cheese, eggs,
well, there is a reason behind it.
we
To feed us.
I
Humans.
didn't say there's a reason. There's just no necessity behind it, right? Like we can feed ourselves without doing this to them. So how is it justified for us to choose to kill them when we don't need to? Like in other words, like could you ever see it as justified if somebody decided to kill cats to eat them when they could always choose to eat something else?
Yeah, but we need. Here's the thing. Humans need meat as well to live a long, healthy life.
No, we don't. I'm a certified nutritionist. We have empirical data showing that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. We don't need any of it. And in fact, there's better health outcomes on a plant-based diet because we don't have cholesterol. We don't have, which is indicated, which
Listen.
increases your LDL-C and ApoB, which are correlated with heart disease, which is the number one the number one killer worldwide. So
Correct.
it's not really. It actually
tell you
is
this.
worse for us.
I'll
to
tell you
consume
this.
animal products.
Put two people next to one another, both 50 years old. One of them was vegan their entire life. One of them had a healthy, balanced diet who also ate
How old
meat.
are you?
I'm 21. I'm
Okay.
21.
Well, I'm 38, so I'm vegan.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Put you 50 people. One was vegan, one was a meat eater. And you will notice a massive difference between them.
Yeah, the vegan will be healthier. But the question
That's
wasn't
your
that.
opinion.
Like we have empirical data showing that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. I don't care about the anecdotes because anecdotally speaking, I can tell you this: all the people around me that have died were not vegan, and all the vegan people that I know are alive. That means that being vegan doesn't die by using your same. You won't die by being vegan using the logic that you are using, right? We can't use anecdotes to derive conclusions from anecdotes. We need actual data. So when it comes to actual data, we know that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. We know that everything we require we can get on a plant-based diet, and there are actually better health outcomes on a plant-based diet. But either way, the fact of the matter is,
You should show me some
we
studies
can.
on this.
I can't because my phone is over there, but you can look it up. So let's imagine if you were to find out that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
Are you
do
trying
thi-
to convince like people to turn vegan?
I'm trying to
with
convince
this,
people to no longer oppress animals. Yeah. So do you think you if you would choose
It's gonna be hard, mate.
if you can thrive on a plant-based diet, what would be the justification to choose to exploit and kill an animal?
Say that again.
So if you can thrive on a plant-based diet,
Yeah, but
that
I
means
can't.
be a health. Hypothetically speaking, if you could
If
thrive,
I could,
if
yeah,
you could
but-
thrive on a plant-based diet, what would be the justifier for the exploitation and killing of an animal? Would there be any form of justification for it?
There's no point in killing animals if it doesn't serve a good, right?
So it wouldn't be justified.
If I could live on a vegan diet, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So your only concern right now is the position that you think you cannot be healthy on a plant-based diet, correct?
No, I know.
No, I mean, obviously you don't know because
I know.
well,
I know.
the
There are, like,
scientific
so-
consensus is against what you're saying. So you're essentially going against
Listen.
science right now.
There are probably like 100 studies that says like a vegan diet will be healthier, and there are like millions of studies that
No
says,
study says that.
Really?
Pull up your phone. Pull up your phone. Pull up your phone. Mine is there. Pull up your phone.
Listen,
Come on, prove me
listen,
wrong.
listen,
Prove
listen.
me wrong.
I'm telling you. Right.
So prove me wrong. Pull up your phone. Ask
I'm telling
ChatGPT.
you, like, so if you want to live a healthy long life, you need meat.
Pull
in
up your.
diet.
I'm a certified nutritionist, bro.
I'm
so
a
you're
bodybuilder.
you're debating. I'm a power lifter and a certified nutritionist.
Doesn't
And
look
and
like
you're telling and you're yeah, because well, how does a power lifter look like?
Bigger.
How does a
Because
power
he
lifter
eats
look
meat.
like?
Listen, what's your point? Are you trying to turn people vegan?
I'm trying to tell people to no longer oppress animals. I'm an animal
Are
rights
we-
activist. I fight for the
Yeah, like,
animals.
I mean, yeah, we shouldn't oppress animals, but
So then, how do you
we-
justify the oppression of animals that you demand of every day?
you know, this is like a difficult topic for many people. But in my opinion, we need meat to live a long, healthy
In my
life.
opinion, we need to kill and eat humans. Does that justify it? Because I have an opinion.
You know, this world right now is ruled by people, by us humans. You know, it's a
So is
it's
it
a human
justified? Is
world.
my opinion justified in killing a human because I say that I need to kill a human? Or would I need some form of actual evidence for this other than my opinion? Because when we choose to kill somebody, I think we need a better justification other than it's my opinion.
There are laws and ethics in this world, right?
Mhm.
Which we live by. We can't just kill a human. Same way we
Why is it bad to kill a human?
it's against the law and it's unethical and it's
If it
something
weren't
we
against
were-
the law, it would be okay.
No, it's just what us humans, how we design this world and this structure.
Okay,
To
so if
just-
we find a human being who's not part of any society, is it okay to kill them?
No, because he's part of this world and he knows what's ethical and what's unethical.
So if a human being is born in orbit, right? The pregnant
not-
woman goes onto a spaceship. They're born in orbit. They're not born on this world. Is it okay to kill them?
I don't think it's okay to kill anything, but
So why is it
it's a
wrong to
fit
kill
of
a human?
survival, right? We need meat.
We don't.
Many people need meat.
No, we don't.
Maybe you don't. I
No,
need.
none of us
He
don't.
needs.
Wait, what nutrient you need from meat that you can't get from
Creatine.
plant-based
Creatine.
bread?
Creatine.
First of all, creatine, yes, you can. I'm assuming if you're a bodybuilder, you take creatine monohydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's vegan. There you go. So you can get creatine from plants, first of all. Second of all, your body produces all the creatine that you need unless you're like a power lifter or a bodybuilder and you take creatine monohydrate. So any form of creatine that you can get, you probably get it. The only meat that actually has a little bit of creatine is red meat, and it has so little that it actually
You have to eat like 3 kilos of it.
yeah, and the red meat is also carcinogenic. It's high in saturated fat a lot of the times, so it's not actually that good.
What
for
do you
you
think
anyway.
about those studies where it says like the meat protein is more valuable than the vegan protein? Like it has more, it's more rich in nutrients and all that sort of things.
Well, a protein cannot be richer in nutrients than another protein. That would be that just cannot happen.
So you
Because
think,
a protein is a nutrient. It's a form of it's a macronutrient. A protein cannot be richer than another form of protein. A protein is just a
you know, it's
block of-
digested differently by our stomach.
It's
though.
just they do not actually. The reason why the plant protein gets digested differently is because plants come with other micronutrients alongside, and some of them bind to some of the proteins.
Also,
But-
meat comes with different.
Yeah, but
nutrients,
when
right?
you eat meat, you eat also plants alongside. So it's the same as eating plant protein. It's exactly the same because those micronutrients, they still will bind to the protein from the meat regardless. So it doesn't really matter. You'll get the exactly same macronutrient profile. And in fact, we have so many studies showing that the outcome are so similar that it's ridiculous to think anything otherwise. But at the end of the day, you know, on our side we can choose. On their side, they're just being exploited and slaughtered. You don't remember what you had a couple of days ago for food, yet they lose their existence. 10 minutes of food
Here's
for
the
you,
thing, mate.
which
If-
you forget
if you're
about,
trying to
their whole
change
existence.
This whole thing is not gonna
For
work.
them.
I know you're trying to change the whole world and make everyone a vegan or a vegetarian. It's not gonna work because people are dependent on meat. Okay?
First of all, why would that matter? Because it's like saying you're trying to change the world so that nobody rapes anybody. It's not gonna work because some
Bro,
people will
what
always
do you
rape
think?
somebody.
Come
Who
here, come here,
cares?
join this thing.
Who cares
join
if
this
people
thing.
are always going to be bad? I'm asking you, how do you justify being oppressive towards animals? Whether everybody else
how am I
is or not.
oppressive though? Like just because I eat
You're
meat,
cruel
I'm
and
oppressive.
unjust, yeah. Oppressive means cruel and unjust. Prolonged cruelty and injustice.
Because I eat meat.
Yeah, they have to be killed for that. If you would eat human flesh, you wouldn't think it's oppressive towards humans.
Fit of survival. It's been on the world for millions of years. You know, the same way a lion kills a giraffe. Or
Do you think that makes it right because it happened for a long time?
It's not about right or wrong. It's about how the world functions.
No, I'm asking you about right or wrong. I'm not asking you about the is-ought fallacy. I understand how the world is.
Well,
I'm
the-
asking you how the world should
you know,
be, how
the-
you should be. Do you think you should stop exploiting animals?
No,
No?
no.
So you think you should continue to exploit animals? So then you
I'm not-
cannot
I'm
call
just
yourself
eating the meat. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
exploiting
killing
them.
the
You
animal.
can't call yourself an animal. Do you think you can call yourself an animal lover while at the same time you pay for them to have their throats cut?
Yeah, it's about where you draw the line. What's food and what's an animal? What's an animal which you just eventually
And
kill,
somehow
in a
your
farm.
line, is just drawn exactly where you were taught to draw it. There's no logical reason why it would be drawn that
Well,
way.
here's
It's
the
just you just draw that line because
In
everybody
some
else told
cultures,
you.
for example, Chinese people eat cats.
Yeah,
That's their choice. Everyone has a choice.
yeah.
Everyone has a choice.
Yeah.
Everyone makes their choice.
That's also the same line that every single person says when I bring up this argument. But the thing about it is that what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter what is cultural or not. It doesn't matter what how it happens or not. It doesn't matter whether there's a line or not. What matters is that they are a sentient being. They deserve to live as we've established. And you're choosing to take all their experiences, all that life experience from them, so that 10 minutes you can get some food pleasure, which you can get from not without doing that. How is that fair?
Bit of survival. And I'm gonna say this: when you're killing all those plants, imagine all those bugs, all those things dying. Because
Is that bad?
Well, it's the same arguing.
Well,
the
is
same-
it bad? I'm
using-
asking. It's not the same. Is it bad?
I'm using the same argument towards you. Because
Well, what do you think the animals eat?
same thing. See, it's a fit of survival. It's a whole process.
So you're
That's
killing
what I'm
more.
saying.
You're killing more animals in the process when you kill an animal, actually, because you also have
you
to
take the
produce
food.
food for
you
them.
take
yeah.
the food away from the animals by killing the plants. See, it's a fit of
You
survival.
take the
It's
food
just-
away from animals for killing pets? You're the
But-
first person
no, no.
I meet in real life to say
Listen.
that. Most people, they just say
By
that
killing
online. They're too
plants,
embarrassed
you
to
know.
say that in real life. But you're not
I'm just-
embarrassed enough
I'm
to say a
just-
stupid thing like that. I
don't
appreciate
care.
you saying
I
that.
don't care. You know, like I'm
Yeah,
just
say
saying.
all the stupid things. That's okay.
I'm just saying it's a fit of survival.
Yes, so much survival. You do it out of survival.
It's been like
you
this
will
for millions.
die if you don't.
No, no, no.
If a
It's been
cow
like
is
this
not
for
sexually
millions.
impregnated for you, you will die.
It's been like this for millions of years.
If a bull is
Recently,
not
in the
jerk off
modern
for
world,
you, you will die.
Recently, in the modern world, things
Yeah.
like this come.
Yeah.
But anyways, bro, I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
think I
Yeah.
made you some views, some
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah. Maybe
That's-
next
that's what I
time-
wanted for you,
Is
you
it
know?
okay to jerk off animals for nutrition?
What do you mean?
To jerk off animals for nutrition. Is
Rephrase
it
the
moral
question.
according to you to jerk off animals for nutrition? To jerk off bulls for nutrition?
Bro, I gotta go.
Is
alright?
it moral according
I
to you to
appreciate
jerk off
everything you're
bulls for
doing
nutrition?
here. I appreciate everything you're doing here.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So you think it's moral to jerk off bulls for nutrition?
I didn't say anything.
So is it difficult for you to answer this question?
Bro, I gotta go.
You gotta go when you have to answer a
I'm-
simple question like is it moral to jerk off a bull for nutrition?
I answered you so many questions already. Are
And
you with
tho-
him
and
already?
you're
as
dodging
well?
this
Are you
one.
with him? I'm not dodging anything. I
So
just
then
have
why
a-
not just
You're gonna
answer it?
ask me question after question after question, man.
So is it moral to jerk off a bull for nutrition?
Rephrase the question.
Is it moral to take the penis of a bull, jerk it off until the sperm comes out for nutrition?
Your question is weird. I
So
don't know.
why is it that you're having difficulty answering it?
Your question is just weird.
Why is it that you're having difficulty answering
Anyways,
it?
I
Because you
appreciate
know you're
everything
paying
doing
for it,
here.
right?
I appreciate everything you're doing here. Keep it up.
Yeah, I would run away with those arguments also.
I also don't get that I appreciate what you do but and keep it up, but then they work against it. It makes no sense. It's like saying, oh, I love that you're out there fighting for women's rights, but I'm gonna rape a few women now. That makes so much sense. You have to leave now anyways.
I pretty much call him stupid live. He's still whatever. I hate it when people behave like that, but bro, let me tell you. You need to let me tell you, okay? You need to consume animal products because
I'm not sure if they ever really understand when they speak about studies that we actually mean scientific work and publications and not some like article that they saw on some social media site. I'm not always sure that they understand what studies actually are.
They don't. Thank you for being here with me, Rene.
Yeah, I guess I could have mentioned the Oxford study, but then again, I don't know if you wanted that. I don't know if that's the strongest one to name, but it's one that's out there anyways.
Being a chef today, cooking those idiots. I mean, I tried cooking this guy. I tried cooking him really good.
Well, I think you don't even really...
Hey, Vito, babe.
I don't even think you have to really think about studies when it comes to discussing the topic, because it just takes basic understanding that, yeah, everything contains nutrition, and some things contain more of it, of the things that you want, than other products. So like, yeah, like even logically it works, right? So even just pointing out that like soy has a lot of protein, and then other things have a lot of iron. So like even just technically speaking about it, it works. It makes sense. So like, I don't even know why people need studies in that moment. Like, you don't need studies to grasp that much.
I just think it's easier to just like go by data and be like, this is the data. I don't
But
want
I'm
to
afraid
debate
they will never
you.
look it up because they don't want to see the truth, because then they would have to change, right? And they don't want to change. So
I keep saying I'll print out the data. Do you want your battery back?
uh, I mean, if you still need it, you can. No, you
No.
can actually keep it, and we see each other later. So
But are you sure you don't need it meanwhile? You
no,
have
no,
enough
no.
battery
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone
yeah.
and
No, I
stuff?
have my portable one. So.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Okay,
still
okay.
cool.
Because I don't want to.
I still have 90% on the phone too.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Data can be manipulated. Well,
Also,
look.
Loki tried to gaslight you that he gave you views, as if you only do this for views. It's so stupid.
And he
the
didn't
views
give me that
didn't
much
change.
views. Yeah,
They
the views didn't
change.
change.
That's so stupid. I mean, they
Yeah.
give us content. Yeah, at least they're good for something. Because I went vegan because I saw all the stupid arguments that people made, and I didn't identify with those people. So that already shifted me so much towards the vegan side.
Best argument I heard for eating meat: all my amino acids and the correct quantities in one convenient package. Soy is the same. Soy
In
has
one
all.
convenient brutal package.
Yeah, it's convenient for you, but it's inconvenient for the victims. So, you know.
It's also almost like a straw man, because we aren't arguing that it's easier to be vegan and more comfortable. Of course not. Otherwise, everyone would already be vegan.
Yeah, we're arguing that it's the right position to be in. Sometimes
Yeah.
the right thing to do is not the easy thing to do, but we should still do it. I'm reporting. Somebody's reporting me. Oh no!
Okay, let me say bye to Alex real quick. And then,
I'll see you later.
it was not nice. Be vegan.
I don't know how long we're gonna be here because my feet are almost frozen. Should have put 2 pairs of socks on. It's pretty cold. It's easier to eat anything you want and not limit your diet. Yeah, but you see, that is true. You can also eat humans, you can eat cats and dogs. You know, hell, if killing people weren't illegal, I've spoken to people who would be okay just to unalive them and eat them. I don't think that's okay. I don't think doing the same to an animal is not okay. I don't think treating them like an object, treating them like a means to an end is okay. Because they're not that. Soy has no B12. Any suggestions? There's fortified soy. There's tofu that's fortified with B12. You can put nooch on it. There's fortified nooch also. Or you can take a B12 supplement if you're so concerned about it, since the B12 that the animals have is coming from a supplement anyway. Because B12 is produced by a bacteria that sadly nowadays is no longer as prevalent. And yeah, in order for farmers to guarantee that you're going to be getting B12, they usually give B12 to animals so that you get it. Today when I go out, I must say that veganism is actually unhealthy. As much as only eating McDonald's, but it's insanely healthy for the animals to not be enslaved or murdered. I had the person tell me that you can't build muscle on a plant-based diet.
It's so funny when they tell it to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. They said that's why I look like this because I'm vegan.
He said it to you?
Yeah,
People are so wild in their heads. Sometimes.
yeah. He said you need meat. He said also that, what else did he say? Because he said some really weird stuff. Oh, he said, because you're taking the food away from animals.
Ah, that's a German joke. They always say that.
Oh, I said
yeah,
that's...
it's second-hand vegan because I eat the vegan food through the animal. That's a German joke. They all say that. Ja, ich bin second-hand Veganer. Ich esse das Essen, bla bla bla, durch die Tiere.
Oh, I told them that I've never heard this argument in person. I only see the people online say it.
Yeah,
so
it's
so it's a
actually-
really stupid argument to say, and thank you for saying such stupid arguments.
Yeah, it's really coming from German people a lot because they think they're funny. It's like a boomer humor.
Oh, haha.
Oh yeah, it's like a chat laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How long do you want to do?
I don't think I have more than 15 minutes in me because my
Yeah.
feet are frozen.
Yeah, mine too. I want to have one good conversation. I mean, all of mine were really, really amazing today.
Fuck you, Alexandra. Fuck you. Alexandra and her amazing conversations. This is Alexandra, by the way. Wait, let me show you. The camera over there, speaking to people. Gonna have a conversation? Please tell her that she seems to have accidentally blocked me and unblocked me. I mean, it's her channel. Let her do what she wants to do. I am still a mod on her channel. Love her hair. Yeah. I love her as a person. Let's see. 15 more minutes and then I'm gonna go. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing activism again. We're gonna be doing the neon protest here. It's gonna be cool because this is the originating place of neon. So we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be a DJ. There's gonna be a DJ. We're gonna be all and having conversations with people and stuff. So it's gonna be a good one. So does an insect. An insect is sentient also? Yeah, we don't exploit insects also. We are... Why do you think your morality is superior to God's? Well, no, Eric, God is actually vegan, FYI. By definition, God is vegan. If you believe in God, I don't believe in a God, but whatever God you believe in, they are definitely vegan. I will be out for 8 hours, that is the goal. Nice. How many grams of fat do you get a day? No clue. Probably similar to protein, so I don't know. Saturated fat is low. I try to keep it low. I know I look at saturated fat and it's always between 20, 25 grams. But I eat 5,000 calories almost every day, so I eat a lot. That would be weird if God was eating their own creations, yeah. It's not as many people here as there are in Amsterdam generally. Because God isn't real? Sure, whatever. I don't believe God is real, so there's no evidence for God, so why would I believe in something that there's no evidence? Also, I find it it's so weird to tell somebody to just believe in something that they don't believe in, because you don't choose what you believe in. You're either convinced or not convinced by something, and I'm not convinced because there is no convincing enough evidence that an existence of God, that there is an existence of God. Just not convinced. You're not making sense. If anything, I've earned my meat. It's not yours, it's theirs. It's part of their body, it's not yours. Because I carry the burden of taking the animal's life. And it would be more disrespectful to not eat meat. Oh, bro. How about you just don't take somebody's life? It's more respectful if I choose to kill the women, because then I can use their body for whatever I want. Imagine how ridiculous that sounds. Like whatever you think you apply to an animal, imagining it applying it to a human animal. Imagine every single thing of ridiculousness you guys think, respect this or whatever, and instead of the animal, the non-human animal, replace them with a human animal, and then see how that happens. See how that phrase sounds like. And if it sounds weird, then it should be weird also in the situation of a non-human animal, because all of them deserve to. You wanna have a conversation? You wanna have a conversation with me? Animals. Yeah, the sign is something else, but
My English is not good, really.
that's okay. That's okay. Okay, and have a good one. I saw her with the flag, and I thought maybe she's someone who lives in. Want to try a social experiment? I think I'm gonna put the sign down. See if anybody comes. Meanwhile, let me look at the chat and then I probably go. I thought there would be more conversations. I don't know why. Whatever. Wait. We evolved to not be able to eat humans. Yeah, you can eat humans, bro. We get sick, another evolution marker. No, we do not get sick. You only get sick if you eat the brains. You can eat the muscle of a human easily. No problem whatsoever. Cut somebody's leg off and eat them. You can easily do that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want to hear a good justification in the chat right now. So if you're not vegan, write one good answer in the chat right now on why are you not vegan. What's a good justification for not being vegan right now, today? What's a good justification to continue the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of sentient beings? Yeah, no good reasons in the chat. Because I don't want to be weak like you. Bro, I'm far from weak, but that's okay. I'm actually stronger than the most people I know, but that's okay. From your perspective, there is no good reason to why, so why ask? You have no idea how morality works. Explain to me, how does morality works? Educate me. I can't eat 5,000 calories of soy every day. It would be unhealthy for me. Nobody's asking you to. That would be a straw man argument. Soy can be 2,000 calories. Soy can be 1,000 calories, or you can eat anything else. There's many more plants than you can eat than animal products. Morality is subjective, yeah, and objectively applied. I hope you understand that. If you know what the veil of ignorance is, then that's how morality should be defined, using the veil of ignorance. And in the veil of ignorance, you don't just put individuals of a different species. You say, well, I don't care that they're of a different species. That's the whole point of veil of ignorance. To not judge them based on the category that they're born in, characteristics coming from their DNA and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, so Josh Gee, I see you don't know enough biology. That's fine, Josh Gee. Maybe learn next time and before making statements. Even Lidl says, can't combat my arguments. They've not seen every single argument that you made, but that's okay. I don't need the extra calories. Well, you can eat as many calories as you want. Just make sure that the calories are not coming from exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of a sentient being. My position is perfectly stable. Yeah, because you're the oppressor, right? When you're in the position of the oppressor and you always have power to oppress, it may seem very stable to you. You guys want to have a conversation? I can't get all my amino acids without the extra calories. Well, what's the logic for that? In fact, soy chunks, Google soy chunks. First of all, complete amino acid profile, very low in calories. So essentially, you will be getting a more complete amino acid profile with less calories. And you can have those 1,000 calories coming out of soy chunks. That's insane, but whatever if you want that. And you can get protein from any other sources if that's what you want. Not that being vegan is expensive. It's so funny to me because like we have data already showing that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. We have data showing already that that you can get everything you need on a plant-based diet. We have data showing that animals are sentient beings, and we know for a fact that when we exploit and slaughter them, we do it for our interests and in their detriment. So we're literally exploiting them. So you just have to piece these three things together, and then you come to the logical conclusion that you should be vegan. Of course, afterwards, you can come up with all sorts of excuses by saying, blah, 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 I can't, blah, 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 expensive, blah, 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 amino acids, blah, blah, blah. But rest assured, all of those are just excuses, because at the end of the day, I have met people who are from Africa, I have met people from middle of nowhere Asia, I have met people from island states, I have met people who have conditions that they can't eat almost anything at all. Renee has a lot of conditions that doesn't allow him to eat a lot of stuff. There's so many things, and yet there for every single excuse that you have, there's a person who has overcome that excuse and has said, I'm not going to be part of this exploitation, abuse, and slaughter. And if you just want to seek excuses, you can seek excuses to be a decent human being all day long. But you know damn straight that the only way that you can actually respect animals, the only way that you can actually say, hey, I don't want to be an animal abuser, the only way that you can even say that I'm a person who stands up to justice is for you to be vegan. It's the only way. All the excuses that you come up with will fall short in the face of the truth, because they're just excuses. That's all they are. Sentient isn't intelligence. Yeah, I've never said intelligence. And I don't think intelligence matters, because when we have human beings who have the same cognitive capabilities, the same intelligence that any other animal has, we don't treat them like we treat the animals. We don't force them into slaughterhouses. We don't exploit them. We don't see them like objects. We treat them like the individuals that they are. Alexander found another person. I didn't find another person. For fuck's sake, no one studying animal intelligence uses the term sentient. Because they're two different concerns? Why would it matter? Intelligence and sentience are two different concerns. I'm simply submitting to God's word and thus am uniting myself with the truth that is not limited. Okay, so Eric, do you believe that if a man grapes a woman, then he can pay the father a couple of shekels and then he will marry that woman? Do you believe that it is moral for a rapist to marry the victim by paying their father. You want to have a conversation?
I promise it'll be a good time. And then as I was making out with him, some guy behind me was like, "Pretty city."
Okay, let's try the thing that we normally do in Amsterdam. Let's try it in Berlin also. I don't have the catalog with me, but I should.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's rape animals. I like meat, so it's justified to rape and kill animals. Let's rape cows. It's good to take milk. Milk tastes good, so raping them is justified. No sign today. I do have a sign, but yeah, it's Alexandra's sign. I don't have my signs with me.
President Trump, act now. President Trump.
Let's rape cows. Rape cows. I like the taste of cheese, therefore it's justified to rape the cows.
Who said that?
I say it.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
just a typical non-vegan saying.
Yeah. Guys, do you think we should rape cows? Let's rape cows. Let's rape cows. Yeah. Let's jerk off bulls.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah,
very
let's do
nice.
it. It's justified for nutrition, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Very
because
good.
sperm
Very good.
has nutrition.
Sperm and
yeah.
bulls, yeah, very
yeah.
good.
Do you eat cheese?
Yes.
So you pay for bulls to be jerked off.
Yes, yes.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So you're for what do you call it?
Do you know the toast cheese in the plastic wrap?
Yeah.
This, the orange one,
Yeah.
bro. This is the best.
That's the best.
The one on the burgers.
Yeah.
Orgies.
Yeah.
Sarski.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Well, I personally just like it when they have to put a dildo in the ass of a cow.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. I don't
Yeah.
like that. but-
You don't like that? Why not?
No, because ich weiß nicht, wie man das auf Englisch sagt. Ey, Bruder, ich kann kein Englisch, sorry. I don't
yeah.
can English.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Weiß
don't.
ich, weiß ich gar nicht.
Yeah. You don't want a dildo in your ass.
No.
No, but putting a dildo in an animal's ass is okay, right?
Who puts a dildo in an animal's ass?
Farmers do that.
I don't know about.
Yeah, you
that.
pay for it to happen. Yeah.
Are you vegan?
Yeah. I respect animals. Yeah. Do you respect animals?
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah.
you're not vegan. Are you vegan?
No, I eat flesh.
You eat flesh.
Bro,
yeah.
I
So you're
love
not. So
flesh,
you don't respect
you know?
animals. Yeah.
Yeah, I respect animals, but I also eat flesh.
Yeah, I respect women, but I also
Look,
kill them. Yeah,
bro,
you're right.
look,
it
it's-
makes
it's-
sense. There's so much logic. I respect women, but I also kill them.
Bro, can you swallow
Can you
your
respect animals,
dingsbums
also
by
kill
ears?
them? Can you
Yes.
respect animals and also kill them? So you can respect
Yes.
humans while also killing
Look,
them, right?
A lion
Yeah.
also kills.
So funny. Yeah. Lions, though. So funny. Guys, do you think we should be raping cows? Because I like milk. I think it's justified to rape them. Let's rape cows. I like the taste of milk, so it's good to rape them. What is the best conversation on camera? I think I'm gonna end it because I see Alexandra ending it also. Do you think we should rape cows? Should we rape cows?
Rape?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit conservative, if you ask me, but I not even would rape female beings, but a cow, I think it would be. Imagine the proportions, so it is not my business.
But we have
So-
to impregnate them so that they produce milk, right?
Yeah.
Is that not rape?
Yeah.
So do you pay for
have
cows
asked
to be raped?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a cost, it's a moral. But I know that lady.
You are the one who said you are a Neanderthal and we can eat you, right?
Indeed, yeah. I'm really born in the Neanderthal.
I'm
without
also a
kidding.
Neanderthal,
They
yeah.
built a monument for my ancestors.
Beutest du immer noch andere Tiere aus?
Ich bin so mittlerweile auch nicht mehr so viel Geld. Ich habe früher mehr gefuttert. Mittlerweile futter ich doch eher mal so, weil ich so
Aber frisst du noch andere Tiere?
Ich träume davon, manchmal
Ich
heiße
habe Aufkleber für dich. Warte.
Ja, ich will jetzt nicht. Hier kommen Touristen, die grüne Woche ist da.
Ich habe einen Aufkleber für dich.
Ich wohne hier nur, ich komme hier vorbei. Also, don't mind oder so, no kidding. You're waiting for the tourists.
We can laugh all day long, but if we
of
pay...
the Green Week of the Grüne Woche. Also, I'm just one of these typical Aborigines passing by.
Ja. Ich habe was, das kannst du dir an deinen eigenen Spiegel kleben.
Super.
Ja, guck mal hier, sei kein Tierschänder,
Ja,
leb vegan.
Ich sammle so eine ganze
Ja, das
Gadgets.
kannst du dir an deinen eigenen Spiegel kleben
Was
oder
da
an die
alles-
nicht veganen
was
Produkte
da
im
alles an dem
Kühlschrank.
Spiegel.
Ja, aber vielleicht auch mal das
toll.
ankleben, dass du kein Tierschänder mehr bist, ja?
Ja, klar.
You know what that sticker says? Don't be an animal abusing piece of shit, be vegan.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think, I just don't know whether you can remember, I think I have described it once. There was years ago for the Grüne Woche. We just have tried some group from Kreuzberg, Kreuzberg, heavy metal guys, we just want to save the world. We have decided to try to liberate some little pigs there in the Green Week. And we have fooled around, and then they've come to know and they've said to us, don't even try it. If they see the sun the first time, they will get a heart disease immediately. They are silly born and produced just to get sausage.
Well, that's not true, you know that, right?
And it's a tragedy if you see the little animals and you think, let's try to save them, but you notice. Yeah.
But I'm just asking you to not pay for them to be in that position.
You have a mission, I have a mission today.
Yeah.
That is now my first concern. But good luck, and thank you.
Can you choose to no longer put animals in this position?
I eat. I'm an.
Eat something else. Eat something else. Eat something else.
And anything plastic war.
Eat something else.
Yeah. But good luck. I don't mind.
You have a problem with plastic?
You see,
Do you have a
look how
problem with plastic?
Huh?
Do you have a problem with plastic?
No, you see. But good luck. Don't mind.
We're gonna go home. It's too cold. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to give a shout out, but I don't remember exactly who. I didn't check who finished first. I'm pretty sure that Draculum finished first, or Tone, or Martin. They're always amongst top 3. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to give a shout out, as I said, to the first people who commented on the last stream, and I think it was Draculum. We have this contest on our channel. We have this contest on our channel, which we give a shout out to the first people to comment on the stream. That's what that was about. Draculum always on top. I think so. Yeah. Thank you, Draculum, and thank you for being here. Axel, also thank you for being here. Could you do my outro? Yes, I can. As Axel puts it, I love you all, unless you're not vegan. So, yeah. See you in the next one, everyone. Bye.